I can sit over here now.
Yes, you
Hi,
can.
everybody.
Hello. Welcome to another week of Doctors and Dungeon Masters. I am Kelly Breivik, PhD student. What did you do?
Nothing.
PhD student at UWM.
You can't see it. Right now we're playing with literally windows right now. And it's not hi, everyone. I am Corey Hernai. I am a PhD student here at UWM, Plan C, Creative Writing, and I'm playing the boy toy Franz.
All right. I am Layla Ziller. I'm a PhD in the anthropology department.
Whoop, whoop.
And I am playing Ash, who
Catch him.
is a bard.
And a fighter.
And a fighter, yeah.
Yep.
It's
He's a
called
lover and a
multi-classing in this edition, right? So multi-classing bard.
How many levels do you have in each?
I have 2 in fighter, 3 in bard. Started out as a fighter, became bard in college.
Yes.
Yep.
And you should always start with fighter if you're going to multi-class. Or the one that can wear the heaviest armor. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Get
Right?
them HPs.
Yeah. Yep.
So can we get a recap from last week?
No.
Okay.
Eric
Eric can give a recap. Oh, wait.
Eric's not here.
He
No,
will be missing for the next 2 weeks.
Let's see. So we had just finished all the stuff with the plants
Yeah.
and the plant people, and that was our last session with Boggs, which was, so I guess 2 sessions ago, was our last session with Boggs, which sucks, because I miss Ryan a lot, but,
Rip.
He did not die.
he did not
No.
actually
It was a
die.
spiritual death, however.
Yeah, Boggs decided to stay in town, and Ryan decided to focus on his PhD, so.
Yep.
And then we traveled. It took us like 3 weeks to
Yeah.
get to this main capital city, whose name is
Taizhou.
which I will never remember.
It's okay.
Even though I'm pretty sure I kind of grew up there.
Yep.
And we ran into a dog on the road. So wait. Inquisition. The reason why it took us 3 weeks instead of 3 days was because Inquisition was like roaming around, being crazy, and fucking with all of our shit.
Yeah, they did not like us.
And we did like mini recaps of like what things people would know about our characters after 3 weeks. I feel like we did not list enough habits that would have been really annoying to everyone else.
Let's do some habits right now then. While we're
What's the pet peeve about Franz?
Okay, so Franz really... Franz doesn't like it when people, masticate loudly.
Yep.
But not when they're chewing food, when they're just like...
I want to die, stop.
Yeah, when they do that, because they're like, they just don't keep themselves hydrated. He's very much into hydration. Yeah, he's like, he marks his water bottles. It was like, you know...
All that's dangerous, okay? Since high school, I've gotten a lot better about that, but I used to have an 8-foot range, so...
Good to know. We are literally serious play now.
Yeah.
No jokes.
No jokes ever.
So what would Franz do that annoys Ash?
I don't know.
Everything.
I feel like, for the most part, Ash is pretty easygoing. He's a morning person, and so I feel like they would all hate him for that. But
Are you like a hustle bustle morning person, or like I gotta wake up and just like create my own space and like get into my own groove morning person?
No, he's definitely like a what's up, guys? Like first thing. He's actually more happy in the morning than he is the rest of the day.
He wakes up with his batteries charged,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
they
like
deplete
immediately
by noon.
Yeah, by noon they're gone. But things that would annoy him.
Does Ash like naps?
Ash does like
I
naps.
feel like if he like has like around noon, if he crashes, I imagine like he's just like nap time.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like he is definitely a napper. I don't know what things would annoy him though.
Yeah.
I don't Yeah.
So then what happened?
Yeah. So we got
Tell me more.
So we got almost to the city, and we ran into that fucking dog, otherwise known as Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't so lucky though.
He wasn't so lucky, mostly because he was stupid and decided to attack us. But so Lucky, Franz basically was like, "Puppy! Oh my gosh!" and loved him, and me and Em were both like, that thing's too cute. There's something wrong with this well-groomed pup wandering outside of the city right now. It turned out we were right, unfortunately, which has made Franz completely lose all trust in cute animals.
Yep.
It's a
Because
turbulent time.
he's actually a druid, who actually Ash knew from Bard College, because Lucky dropped out of Bard College.
Yeah.
And we also found out that Ash is totally a frat boy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that totally makes complete sense. Also, I think the insinuation in all of this is if you can't do druid. Is that the insinuation?
I don't know. I mean, for now was pretty awesome. I want to say.
I mean, I feel like druids are like bards in terms of the culture of gaming, in that you have to be able to play a druid. Like, people who don't have fun with druids don't like druids because they can't play them.
Yes.
Like, it's a user error more than it is the class itself. And that's the same with bards, too, I think. Lots of people shit on bards, but I'm like, it's just because you don't know how to use them.
Yep. I love me my bards.
But yeah, so he was a druid, and then we had to, we beat him up. And,
yeah, you did.
Light torture.
Yeah, we forged some documents so that we could all get into the city, and then we took him back to his mom's house and met his nanny, Gertrude.
Yep.
She was a sweetheart.
She was lovely, except for she was a lot a bit racist against magic users, which was kind of sad. But otherwise, she was a sweet old woman. She gave us cookies, so I guess there's that. And 199 gold.
Yeah.
Because we decided to make it canon that Lucky always gets into scraps and has to be taken home, and there's apparently a reward for being taken home.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you played me on that. Just a little.
Yep.
I feel like, okay, so, I mean...
No, but it makes sense.
Ash does have charlatan as his background, so I feel like this...
Same!
I feel like this is a scam that they would have pulled on his parents.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that definitely Ash would have done over a period of time. I have now brought him home and gotten him out of trouble 4 times. I feel like I deserve a reward. And then it just became a thing. And that is how he made...
Hush puppy money?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we went to Franz's old thieves guild.
Right. Yeah, that's where.
Finally got his piggyback ride.
Yeah.
I mean, Alea wants to know the story of the piggyback ride, but I also don't want to know because it's hilarious to not know as Ash. Be like, what the fuck is up with this piggyback ride thing?
Well, if you ever want to know, let me know. What I want to know is what would have happened if I just would have not came out of hiding. Right. That's what I want.
She probably would have just AoE'd something. Not magic, but just you could make fire without magic.
Oh, you certainly can.
So, I don't know.
I also feel like she's in an underground thieves guild and would not necessarily be like, you know what I'm going to do here in this place is burn it down.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying she would use fire necessarily, but there's definitely ways to smoke them out. I don't know, she could have hotboxed you. But anyway.
Franz would have been into that.
No. So yeah, I gave you a cipher to work out, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Yeah.
So in game, that was Joe giving you what they worked out on. So she goes, I don't know what this is. Here you go. We fix it. So now it's time for you to be useful to us because since you've been gone. I paused because I knew that was going to happen. Things have gotten a little dicey for us. Now that they have their magic users and all that nonsense on lockdown as best as they can, they've turned an eye back on, us. And not necessarily us specifically, because they can't find us, but they're making it hard for us to operate. So, originally I was going to give this to, how do you say their names? Maury and...
God, I can't remember.
It's like Caillou.
But yeah, I think it's literally just Caillou.
Okay.
Why?
All right.
That's such
No,
a
I think
bad
it.
show.
I think I pronounce it Caillou. Yeah, Caillou. Maury and Caillou.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
we were going to have Maury and Caillou do this, but, I mean...
Those chumps.
Your friend here kind of fits the bill on what we need. Because the mayor is throwing a party tomorrow for his daughter's 18th birthday. And we were going to have them, feign noble background, but you brought one right to my doorstep.
Ooh.
And I have a feeling that with whatever resources you have and your usual disguising, you can pass as two people who should be at that party.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
I'm down for this. I have never been to a ball. I am ecstatic. I mean, I have dreams about my own 18th birthday. But the fact that I can live them out like this, that is very exciting.
Okay. So she goes into her desks and rummages around a little, and she pulls out 2 invitations, and she goes, we nicked this from some mailboxes, and she hands them to you, and it's just the party invite. They were stupid enough to not have like the name of the people they address it to inside the invite. I knew you were waiting for that.
Yeah.
Like the name was on the envelope, so you know like who this was supposed to be for. You may or may not recognize them, but I will say it's probably inconsequential.
Right.
That you know them or not, and the inside is just like, show up tomorrow at 8 p.m. for a good time, and it's a party.
Right.
Is this like a party or like a pizza and pop party?
This is like a ball.
This is in character.
Oh,
So as Ash will say, this is a ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need dressed to the nines. You know what I think we should do?
How far away does my mom live?
I don't know. I imagine like you grew up like in the same neighborhood as Lucky. It's just the neighborhood is so spread out that like it's your
So
own.
you said north of the city, and so I didn't know if that meant like in the city or.
Oh shit. Sorry.
It's like the Shorewood.
I thought you meant like your childhood home, not where she is currently.
Okay.
So where she is currently is north of the city.
But we have a childhood home here.
Yes.
Cool.
So
That's all I needed.
Did you
Yeah.
go to this pediatrician's office when you were a kid?
It's actually possible. I don't know. I don't know how high society my mom is.
I'm sorry.
I said I don't know how because there are different levels of high society, and so I don't know where this particular pediatrician falls on the
I'd say pretty high. And the other thing is like anyone with money would go here. Like
Yeah.
Right.
you can't afford them if you don't.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and
So
I feel
yes.
like a pediatrician's office is pretty niche. So
Well, in that case, he just kind of like, well, we'll just stop by my house.
Cool. Do you want to get a lollipop before we go, like old times?
it's made from like tree sap. It's like unrefined, unsugared.
Sure.
Cool. Oh, Joe, while we do this, we do need a couple things from Xeno. We are all going to need new forged documents, but we need the primo stuff this time, not the shitty kind we've been getting by with these last couple months.
Okay. I realized that I didn't even tell you why I needed you to go to the fucking ball.
Well, I mean, Ash was just sure, we'll show up.
Like, I was just like, you guys were so pumped, I was like, oh, okay. Let's go to a party. Anyway, so yeah, we need dirt on the mayor.
Dirt on the mayor. What kind of dirt?
The dirtiest dirt you can find.
Do you want us to create dirt?
I feel like
Because I
we
am
need
15.
Yes, but I feel like we need the legitimate dirt.
Okay, I can.
Because we need to sever the ties, or at least threaten to sever the ties the mayor has with the Inquisition. So we need to find something that would make the Inquisition not want to partner with him anymore, so that we can use it so he can take the heat off of us.
Alternatively, I mean, I love that.
Hi, Caitlin!
Hello. Yes, I agree. Just turning out the
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Um,
You just hit the...
Oh, you know, yep. Kind of manual labor.
okay.
Lost my train of thought. Well, I mean, that's a great plan. What if that doesn't succeed, we try to convince the mayor to sever ties with the Inquisition?
I mean, I fail to see how you, Franz, can go up against the Inquisition on why they should work or not work together.
Well, I mean, maybe I capture the ear of the mayor's daughter and get her upset about how the Inquisition has been treating magic users. Get some sympathy and have her, work her dad a little bit.
Yeah, that feels like something that's going to happen over time, and time is kind of the essence, so I need something now.
Okay, that is my primary pursuit, but I'm also going to have my secondary task, because I'm in this for the long haul, and you know this, Joe.
Fine. And this is why I send the others, usually.
What? But I'm the yes man. Maury and Kalu, they would...
get the job done without side quests.
Yeah,
Self-assigned side quests.
But they're squeaky
Mr.
and
goes
annoying.
away for 2 months.
Okay, I proved myself. 1, 2...
You proved yourself, but we did not profit from it whatsoever.
And I did die.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that? I died. That was a thing.
She's like, how?
Oh yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm all up on the walls. The Inquisition caught me and killed me.
Okay.
And then from
Doesn't sound like you did a good job. Were
like,
you like raised back from like, and she like little puppeteers, like, are you, and she like waves her hand over your head to see if there's like strings or something.
No, I'm like, oh, like Maury and Clue. And I go, no, Jesus, I just like, I don't know who Jesus is. That's just a word that just came out of my character's mouth. No, they stabbed me, and I was then reborn. This is where the owl comes from. I'm surprised no one's been looking at.
I mean, we have. It's just at this point, I usually get answers I don't want when I ask you questions.
Yeah, and I talk a lot. I don't know why you ask me anything.
I know. So why are you still here?
I don't know. Do we want to buy anything? Or check out old Scruggs. He might have something good for us.
Sure.
Cool, let's go to Scruggs.
Okay. Big ol' weapon dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's going to have like mundane weapons.
Yeah.
But he could do like kind of apply as you go, like poison or sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna cost you extra.
That's fine.
So
I feel like a sleep potion might be worth our investment. I don't want to poison anyone at the party. Slip a few, people pass out. Life becomes easier.
But bear in mind, this is like sedative type stuff. So it's not like a sleep potion.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be all like alchemist stuff, because I don't think that they fuck with magic here.
Probably not.
So
Scruggs! Come on, man, the world's changing. You gotta keep up.
No, it's changing, but I mean, you youngins might embrace it, and he points to the owl. But I'm happy, banging metal and shit. So
Cool. Can you improve my rapier at all?
let me see it. Okay, what do you want with it?
I don't know. What can you do with it?
I can make people sleep, or I could make them like throw up a lot.
Ooh. With my weapon?
I mean, the throwing up a lot could be due to the food at the party. If you
Yeah.
wanted to.
That,
And
yeah.
it's like poison. Like, so, like, that's his way of saying, like, they'll feel sick from the amount, like, and nauseous, but it doesn't mean that they're just going to start projectile vomiting the second you slice them.
That's fine. I'll take it. Cool.
This isn't an exorcist knife.
Yeah. And he's like, that'll be 50 GP for 5 applications.
But what about old time's sake?
Nah.
It's been 2 months, Scruggs.
Yeah?
And I'm going on a very important mission. This mission actually could change the history of this guild.
I'm not feeling that, Franz.
You're not feeling it, but I know you need this guild as much as I need this guild. And this poison...
Where are you going?
We're going to the ball.
Which one?
The mayor's daughter's ball.
bring me back something nice and we'll make it 30.
25. What kind of nice?
Well, for 25, something nicer.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I don't know. Just something nice. Surprise me.
I'm a 15-year-old. What's nice to me is gonna be...
And he points to you. Make sure he gets something good.
Food or material?
Material.
See? This is things I don't know. I would have brought like a nice cannoli.
For 25 GP?
I mean,
A
there's some
cannoli.
good cannoli.
God damn it.
When's the last time you had a nice cannoli?
Never. But I wouldn't pay 25 GP for any cannoli.
Okay. I don't think you've had the mayoral cannolis before.
Oh, neither have you, so give me your fucking GP and let's go.
Okay, 25. Let's go!
Alright, so it is tomorrow, the ball. So if you wanted to do something, I want to say it's probably getting around like nighttime tonight.
Okay.
So it's up to you where you want to sleep, what you want to do.
I guess we're
Feel like
going to my house.
carousing.
Ooh, I mean, we got some cots. Some really nice cots. Can I go check my old room?
You can.
Cool, I'm gonna go check my old room.
There's like 10 people in it.
What the fuck?
They converted it into like a dorm.
Okay, that top one's mine. Is there
And
anyone
then
on it?
you, let's see. Where's a D10? No. Not on
Cool.
that one.
I'm gonna check underneath the mattress. Is there anything underneath it?
I don't know. Like, what are you looking for? Like, what are you,
Anything.
like, anything? I feel like there wouldn't be anything under the mattress.
I mean,
Like,
Depends on how
You know
young the
what?
dormitory.
you know what? There's a
Is-
dirty pair of underwear. That's what you get for checking under the mattress.
fuck yeah.
No.
Needed these. They're my lucky pair. I forgot them.
No.
I mean, you did this to yourself, Kelly. You did this to yourself.
In my head, I was thinking it was someone else's.
You didn't specify.
I know.
You just said a dirty pair of underwear.
And I turn it. Do you have prestidigitation?
I don't.
Damn. Well, I'll have to get these. Throw these through the spin cycle another day.
Damn it.
As he like stuffs them into his bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're poking out a little.
Okay, where the fuck are you going?
Is Ron's gonna make us stay here, or are we gonna go sleep in a real
I just
bed?
wanted my underwear.
So you do that, and and Ash is gonna say so, or we could sleep in a real bed. There's feathers in it.
What? They put
I don't
feathers
think
in
he's-
beds?
I don't think he's ever slept in a feather bed before.
God, that sounds divine. So I'm gonna sleep the way Sova sleeps. Sova sleeps really nice.
It's a bed full of sovas.
That sounds really creepy. Franz would not like to hear that.
It's not. They don't use owl feathers.
Now,
probably.
question. Like, we've kind of established that your mom will not be around. What
Right.
about your dad? What about any siblings, if you have any? So
I think the last time we talked, we had decided that she didn't need a man.
Right.
And so
I forgot
there is
about
no
that.
dad,
Yes.
and there are no siblings.
Yes,
And
I forgot about
He was
that.
her entire future, and he said, "Fuck off."
Yeah. Do you want to give flavor to that, or do you want to keep
Is
that?
this Gilmore
under-
Girls?
A little bit, yeah.
Did you want to give backstory, or did you not want to give backstory to explain it a little
Not at this time. Only because he does not know who my mom is yet, which
Yep.
is the funny part
Yep.
about all this.
bit? Yeah.
So
Yes. So there will definitely be like a a groundskeeper and some butler
You're
stuff going
fancy.
on. But so what's your who would be keeping the house?
keeping the house would probably be Gregory,
Okay.
who is our butler.
Mhm. Any pets?
I haven't thought about pets.
Mhm.
Does he have animal handling? Not.
So probably like
Really?
a goldfish that died when he was 7.
Yeah, or like a puppy he just never took care of, and so became like unruly, and then like.
And that puppy grew up to be lucky.
No.
Yes.
No.
like the first Lucky couldn't like change back because like magic happens and he turns into an animal. Can't figure it out. And that's the only pet he's ever had is Lucky. That would be hilarious. To like changes back into a boy and he's like, holy fucking shit.
I regret asking. I regret everything.
Having a session with just me and Corey was the wrong decision.
We've been playing for almost half an hour and we've accomplished underwear and reverse druidism.
Alright. Yeah. So, who would the groundskeeper be? I don't even know.
Oh, Gregory.
Oh no, that's the butler.
Maybe a butler and a groundskeeper?
Yeah, I mean...
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Is your family more affluent than Lucky's family? Or like even or less or...
I don't know.
I'd say about the same.
About the same? Alright. Has he seen any, like, how well... I guess, like, company sigils and things of that. I am wondering if there would be any clues as we walk into this space.
Here's the thing. I feel like the camp that you went to doesn't really have anything on it, so I don't think that anything that...
No, I didn't know how much they knew before I got there.
You would have to do a very good history check if he found it. Like, so.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So there's like a gate. Do I have a key? Do I have to like?
I mean, I imagine you would have it unless you like. You could just like walk in. It's your house.
It's true. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm imagining like a large. Well, I mean, guess what's the normal architecture for this city?
I'm thinking that, it got rebuilt recently,
right.
more or less, because a lot of it was destroyed. I think that's a lot of the houses here held up better than some of the poorer structures.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose, do you think they would have just rebuilt what needed fixing, or would they have done a straight up new construction?
They would have rebuilt what needed fixing.
Okay. So I'm going to say it's Roman architecture-y.
Okay.
Sort of in this area for the most part. The ones that are newer have a bit of a sleeker look to it as opposed to like an unfinished stone. But yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, there's like this is kind of like almost like a villa, so you would have like
nice.
a little
nice.
garden pool area in the middle of the building and everything else around it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking in.
Can I make a history check to see if I've robbed this place before?
Yes.
Oh man.
Or at least scouted it or something. That's a crit.
Oh fuck.
I have to. This definitely. You know what? Based on the type of company this.
Yeah, 100%.
Shit. With that, what do you put together?
I don't know.
Oh man.
I feel like with a crit, I know this house to a T.
Yeah, that's fair. That is totally fair. It's more like, whose house is it? Like, would you know whose house it is?
No, I would. I don't know
or
if
would you know the layout. Like that.
I would know. I would know the layout if there are pictures. I probably have seen the pictures, so maybe. Yeah. I would know you. I didn't like. I've previous.
Yeah, I feel like you. Here's how I'm flavoring this. You walk into the house. And Franz just kind of looks around. He goes, "Oh, it's changed."
Like, great job in the Renos.
It wasn't me, really. I've been gone for a while.
Beautiful, beautiful.
But yeah, you
like
know the
literally, it doesn't faze him at all. He just does like just assumes.
Can I go grab some food?
What time is it right now?
It's like dinner time, and you walk in, and the butler Gregory definitely hears, because it's no one else is here.
I mean, like probably you would open the door and be like, Gregory.
Nice. And then he goes, Master Ash, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's been what, a year?
Yeah, it's been quite some time. What brings you back? We've
got a ball, the mayor's ball.
Oh,
we got invites.
Yes.
So
fantastic. And is
know
this your new servant?
No.
Oh, my apologies.
I'm just a boy. I'm just the boy.
I'm happy for you.
Yes.
We're gonna call me by your name this.
What is your name?
Hi.
Hi.
What name do you want? 'Cause they'll call you whatever.
They'll call me whatever?
Yeah, almost. Don't be a douche, 15-year-old.
I won't be a douche. I am Captain Lars Van Winkle.
I guess.
I don't believe you, but if that's what you would like to be called.
Also, he wouldn't call me Ash.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
He would either call me Alabaster or Bash, one of the two.
I feel like he's close with you. He would give
True.
you Bash.
Yeah. All right.
So.
Or Albie. That's the other one. That's the other nickname I
I'm
have.
gonna say the groundskeeper calls you Albie, and this one calls you Bash.
Okay, that's fine. I feel
like-
like Bash definitely came out of, like, college. Like, you know, like the douche rat kid.
Yeah.
And Albie is, like, the home name. Like,
Okay, so then I guess everyone will be Albie for you.
everyone call me Albie. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hi, Albie. I'm learning so much about you.
You're about to learn a whole lot more.
Oh, I know a lot already. I'm quick to find out.
How did you meet the captain?
Wait, oh, sorry. Yes, that
Lars
was me.
Van Winkle.
We met each other on the road.
Nice.
Yes.
And what is it you do?
I'm a captain
Of what?
of a regiment
I still don't believe you, but
of
good for you.
other boys.
That is awful.
Well, I mean, I
Are
suppose you were a
hungry?
captain for...
Yes,
At least
yeah,
a little
I literally, yeah, we were doing experiments on lizards.
Okay. Are you working with,
No.
Okay.
He
Yep.
answers immediately no.
Yep.
I'm gonna go like,
At this point, you don't even need, like, a check for any
I love
of this.
that.
Like, Ash is getting exceedingly more nervous the more, like, information is, like, coming out.
Yep.
Like, pretty much anytime
Yep.
family comes up, he, like, interrupts right before you gain any actual information.
Yep.
Like, so, that's what's happening.
Well,
what was Ash like as a child?
sorry.
Are there baby pictures?
Oh, there's plenty of drawings and paintings of the young master. If you would like to join us in the dining room, I'm sure Albie will regale you with plenty of stories, and we could get some dinner going. It's almost time for that anyway.
Sure.
Sounds delightful.
Would you rather have us downstairs or in the actual dining hall? So his question here is, should we eat with you in the serving quarters, or do you actually want us in, like, the formal place? That's what he means by that.
Well, I'm more than happy to set up the dining room for you.
Sure.
It hasn't gotten much use lately, although I must admit to using it sometimes because, you know,
Of
when
course.
mother's away.
You call your
servants will play.
you call your master mother?
No.
That's
It's a
creepy.
figure of speech.
That's still weird.
Well, not as weird as the captain of boys. And he turns and
I
walks
lean into
away.
it. I lean into his ear, and you hear me say, "Third floor, second room on the left."
No!
The knob gives after a couple jiggles.
Okay. He's a little perturbed, but he kind of is just like, I'm sure you've brought worse in your college days.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, Franz is on the good side of the bad that he has
Yeah.
brought into this house.
yeah. So yes, he goes to set the table. You hear the silverware, then it's the fancy stuff he's bringing out because it's a guest. And you smell, dinner would have been like being made, but now they're making more. So it's gonna take a
I'm
little
smelling
bit.
a fork. What does it smell like?
It smells like metal.
It's a 13 for an insight check.
You've definitely stolen one of these before, and they bought an entire new set to replace the one that.
That's
Was
amazing. So like this is like we're talking silver.
Yeah.
Nice. Man, y'all fancy here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
The funny part is I have stolen so many of these, that I actually brought down the black market for silverware. Literally silverware.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, it was lucrative until I didn't really know economics.
Jesus. So yeah, do you want anything to happen during dinner, or do you feel like it's just gonna be more like bullshittery that goes on between the two of you?
I feel like it would be a whole lot of bullshittery.
Oh, a whole much.
Okay.
It's up to you if anyone ever says her name out loud.
Let's
Like-
roll a d12.
Alright. 4.
Okay, that's a failure. They definitely say her name.
Okay,
Oh.
so at some point in the stories that he is telling you, someone is like, your mom Answith. I would say probably, halfway through dinner?
Yeah, and Franz's face is literally that.
Yeah. Yes. You know, like,
And then,
she
like-
misses you so much.
And he just, fills his mouth.
And so the only thing I
In
say
that
is,
moment,
I just go, so, that explains a lot. That explains how you got a job. You need mommy to get a job.
I was supposed they didn't know it was me.
Tell me more, Master Captain.
No one needs to know anything about either. Nope. He needs clothes. That's why we're here.
Yeah, do you have anything that fits a 15-year-old boy?
Somewhere in the crates.
Absolutely, we could pull out some of your old clothes, and we'll find something that'll be good.
Did you ever go to a ball when you were 15?
I've been to several balls.
All right.
Well, thank you, Gregory. Can you do that post haste? Is that how they say it in high society?
Finish dinner first.
Okay. So he'll go rummaging around. Let's see how nice he.
Bye, CCB.
That's. Oh, bye, Caitlin.
Bye.
So that's a 16. So he gets you. What color is it? I think it would be like a nice blue with gold trim.
Ooh, that sounds perfect.
And you can wear a fancy boy cap. Yeah, if you so choose.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
So all this rummaging is happening.
Yeah.
So do I need to say it?
Say what? I'm not gonna pretend to know your mind.
Mama dearest.
It's fun to fuck with her sometimes.
Yeah. Bye.
He says as he is putting on another outfit. I don't know if I'm gonna try this. He's just
I'm
being
so
super
glad that
awkward.
Boggs is not here right now because Ash would be dead.
He would probably be dead right now.
Yeah.
It's a true fact.
The thing that upsets me most is you could have stopped. We didn't have to do it. You could have just stopped everything.
No. They don't take orders from me. I'm the son that never actually took over the business.
Oh dear lord. Okay, so
I'm the son that fucked off to Bard College. So, I could have been there and said, no, don't. And then they would have sent a letter to Answith, and Answith would have been like, yes, do that. And then it would have been worse because we probably would have left already.
The weirdest thing in all of this is how you're referring to your mom by her name.
Well, she's not really mother material.
What's her shtick?
Getting money?
Well, she's probably gonna come home super pissed.
Only you know it was me.
Yeah, but no, I told your butler friend I was experimenting on lizards as a joke.
True.
Mom
True.
hears about it.
It'll be fine. They don't know your actual name.
Just Captain Lars von.
There's a reason he was like, they'll use any name you want.
Oh boy. Well, you know. Yeah. When were you gonna tell us?
Probably never.
Well,
Till it was useful to come here. Because we don't have to pay for these clothes.
true. I mean, we also could have raided Lucky's closet.
We could have.
I thought about that.
He's a little short.
But I'm like short too. How short is Lucky?
Like,
That's
he's
not like 5'3".
5'5". He's like I imagined him around my height in real life. That's
What's funny was I looked at you and I thought you were 5'3", so I said 5'3".
I imagine him like an uncharismatic prince.
Yes and no, because I feel like he's just like a human disaster that looks like well kept. Like pretty much. But
I'll get that replaced. It'll be fine. But yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, did we tell you that Answith was on our list of names?
Of list of names for what?
People who were studying at the Magic Society knock.
Okay, out of character. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like all of this would probably be news to you.
Yeah.
So out of character catch up. The reason we've been looking for Nor and all of this is because we came across necromancers. These necromancers, the one necromancer and then the brother, they were getting connections through this magic organization called the Knock that kind of records magic and teaches people how to use magic.
Okay.
They're just kind of like a neutral good force.
Okay.
However, people that were learning from Knock then taught these two to be necromancers.
Okay.
And misapply magic. And we were given a list of names to follow to pinpoint who the kind of like master is, the Sith Lord is. And we were able to pinpoint down to Nor, but your mom's name was on that.
Oh. Neato. Alright.
Yeah.
So would I know about Knock?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
haven't really kept up. Okay, so he's just gonna give the face that I gave to you.
Yeah.
Here, and be like, what?
Your mom has been studying magic.
Yes. She's magical, that's about as much as I know.
That could be advantageous. What does she do?
Do I know?
I don't think you would know what.
I mean, we had discussed previously that I knew that she was magic, but I haven't been home.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's. I don't know.
So, just like, what was her deal with the bogs? Why did she
wanted them?
But why?
For industry.
But like, why would you want to build industry on a swamp? Like, why would you want to do anything with a swamp?
For DM purposes, I'm just gonna cut it and say like it was like a waste dumping grounds.
Oh, okay.
Much. So all of like the biohazard shit right in the swamp.
Oh. Man. Damn. So wait, they're trying to industrialize magic?
She's industrial. I don't know if she's trying to industrialize
I mean,
magic.
she did buy a shitload of panpipes, magical panpipes.
She did.
Terrible. How come the Inquisition isn't after her?
Probably because they don't know.
Or money. Money's pretty magical. So you're not just rich, you're uber rich.
Yeah, I suppose so. Kind of. If she hasn't disowned me yet.
Yo.
Franz cannot comprehend this level of wealth.
Yo.
Fuck. Well. Hope we never talk to Boggs again.
I mean, I did help stop the... It's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
what Boggs doesn't know.
That's what Ash
won't
is
hurt
for.
him. Yep.
Alabaster Crane
Okay.
is my real name.
Alabaster.
Hence Albie.
Okay, so you telling me about these feather beds.
He's just gonna he's gonna bring you over to one of the feather beds. I'm just gonna push you onto the feather bed.
I want actually to resist that.
Do a constitution check to see if you fall asleep. No, I'm kidding.
No, because what I want to do is I want to be like, wait a second, go outside the door, and then you hear there's a good 1 2, 3B, and then you just hear me running down the hallway and just like jumping on the bed.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. I think that would be a good time to skip to the next day.
Yes.
So sleep. Breakfast as usual. Do you want to do anything during the day, or do we want to skip straight to the ball?
I mean, I think just skipping straight to the ball would be fine with me.
Cool.
Okay. So this, I'm just gonna say this is a wide open floor plan. This is the inside. Decked out. There's so much like crystal stuff going on. People are milling about. There's like a fucking like ice swan with like a fountain. Just like
Yeah.
It is super ritzy. There is magnificent food all around it. There's shrimp. You've never had shrimp before, but there's shrimp.
I don't even know what shrimp is.
Yup. You probably still eat it with the shell on, you animal.
And I probably even eat the tail.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, ooh, what's this? I just like take a handful.
Oof. That's rough. Let's see if someone sees that. No.
Cool.
You're lucky.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, Ash is gonna come over and be like, "You do know how to blend in, right?"
Sorry, I just got really excited. These are not that good, by the way.
You have to take the shell off first.
Oh, and then like I pull like a vein.
Oh.
My teeth.
You know that the vein is like their poop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know.
It's like, man, it's like really stringy.
Oh no. I cringed. Do a perception check.
Gladly.
All of my dice hate me
16.
today, so I'm just gonna be changing.
Okay.
Yeah. 12.
Okay. So I'm gonna say what Franz sees, and Franz will probably like relay this shit. So this is family 1. This is.
Oh yeah, do they do like the whole introduction thing? Is this like a real ball where you have to come down?
Oh, by the way, Sova is in her pocket dimension.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Just
1
a
second.
little retcon.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you notice 3 key figures, and you know they're chit-chatting. So be this as it may. So over here, do a history check.
Oh, that's a 6.
All right, you don't know, but you pointed out to Ash.
13.
Okay. It's the mayor. So we got the
We've been gone
mayor.
for a while. There wasn't a mayor last time.
True.
You
Yeah.
know?
I just know his name. His
Yep.
stances.
Is that what we named him?
Forgot what we named him.
Okay, because I forgot that if we named him, so
we
I just.
did, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
I think it was just like an on the spot
Maybe,
name.
yeah, maybe I wrote it down. It's possible I do that sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna retcon it because this one's a lot easier. It's Mayor Putnam.
Cool.
He's this rotund guy with like auburn hair that's just like it's like neatly cropped, but he's got a big bushy beard and a mustache. So it's kind of like a weird for someone to be so well groomed, but also just have a big ass facial hair going on. And he kind of favors one side, so like he walks a little funny. Next to him is his wife, Ruby Putnam. Here we go. And she is tall, slender, and she's very stone-faced, very put together and pristine. And then you see their daughter dressed just beautiful light blue dress.
Do I know her?
Do a history check.
What's her name?
18.
18. Yasmin. Yeah, I would say you probably saw her, like, walking at some point when you were, like, scoping something out.
Okay.
I don't think you would have, like, talked to her.
Yeah.
But you definitely recognize her.
What name did you take for this?
I haven't announced it yet.
Okay.
Nor did we talk about this.
I assume that we talked about it sometime in that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If we did, I am Belek Fanmir.
Belek Fatmir. Okay. And I've never been to a fancy ball, so I didn't know that announcing names was a thing.
You didn't watch that Office episode?
No!
Yeah, so normally I've never been to a ball myself, but I know a weird amount about them. So like I'm assuming this is like her coming out party, like she is now eligible to be married. that kind of ball.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I imagine this is a
Like,
quinceanera.
A what?
A quinceanera?
Yeah.
Actually, I was kind of more like a quinceanera than a
like a formal ball.
I'm sorry.
More than a formal ball.
Yeah. So it's.
Well, in that case, you would not announce it.
Okay, so
Depends
because
on
I was
how
thinking
level
more
formality.
like a quinceanera, but 18. So it's like, yes, she's eligible, she's an adult, but not like who wants her. You know, it's just she's an adult now.
She doesn't
and
get
this
her
is
last dance with Daddy.
No, I mean she might. Who knows? But
All right.
yeah.
Go.
Then over here, you notice right away.
What's your name?
5'3".
Oh, he will go by his name. Everyone knows him. Here.
Archibald. Okay.
Archibald. Alabaster.
You see right away, dressed to the nines, 5'3", floppy blonde hair, emerald tooth,
Yes.
That is gaudy.
Oh man. Lucky.
with his mom and dad. Both dressed very well, Maria and Howard. And then you have over here, the last crew. There's two. It's weird, you know, like they're clearly married, but they look so similar. Like you're like, are they related before they became related by choice? You know, it's just one weird thing
Incest
where
bit.
you don't know if they are or not. Like they kind of look close to one another, but like not so much.
Do we know their names?
Cleary and Desmond. So Cleary is a local surgeon, and Desmond is an architect. And they have their daughter Bridget, who is the same age as Yasmin. You would know that they were very close, like they're best friends. And the rest are just milling about, no-name NPCs. So what do you do?
I feel like it'd be quite rude if we didn't say hello to our old dear friend.
I would agree.
Yes.
Okay, how do you approach him?
Is this like, so I was imagining something really different. So is there like a formal way to like say hello in this instance, or is it like much more laid back than that?
I think it's a little laid back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it's like the parents are talking and the two kids are not kids, but like the young adults are like sitting back like. And actually, you know what? Make a perception check.
21.
12.
Lucky's trying really hard to flirt with her, but she's
Oh,
not
Yasmin?
having it. Oh no,
So how
not
old
Yasmin.
are these girls?
Not
Bridget
Yasmin.
and Yasmin. 18?
Bridget. Yeah. So
Oh,
they're
Bridget.
18. He's like young 20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 20, 22 at most.
Mhm.
And you can tell because with your 21 that they knew each other before this, but he's like just failing at flirting with her.
Question: does my suit and its fit make me look like a little bit older?
I think that Gregory purposely picked the young boy outfit.
Yes. Oh no.
Like just got his what do they call it when when the royal boys would wear dresses and then they were allowed to wear pants.
Okay, can I make a performance check to see if I'm making it work?
Sure.
I feel like
Yes!
I feel like Ash went for the like kind of like like not close shave, but like just
That's an
day
unnatural
after,
20.
kind of
Okay.
like put together, but also bad boy kind of esque.
Nice. I dig it.
Oh, I'm like going for like a college sophomore vibe.
I think that's pushing it a bit. I think that you're going for that, but people just think you're an adorable child who thinks that he's smarter than he is, and it's cute.
I'll go with cute.
But you don't get the college kid vibe.
Okay.
So how do you approach Lucky?
I just come over. So first, I get both of us a drink.
Of course.
Like pull it off, one of the trays going around.
How much do I owe this?
It's free. What? Everything here is free.
Wait, so if you become really rich,
It's all free.
what? So what do you do with your money?
Buy things for other people to show your opulence.
I've never seen that.
Welcome to it.
I'm sipping. Like,
this doesn't taste like swill.
God.
Be careful.
Did they clean the bathtub before they made this?
Oh man! Even I paused at that. Would you know? Out of curiosity, like, cause did you? I don't know. I feel like maybe the prep schools were different for boys and girls.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you really would like know these people, Yasmin and Bridget.
It depends on how many balls I've been to. So they're a little bit. They're enough younger than me.
Yeah.
Because they're like probably 6 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And so I might have known them when they were like running around, and he was like the bad boy teenager.
Yeah.
And like that's probably still how they see him. Like he would know their names, he would know they were annoying. Now they have tits. Yeah. And now it's different.
Jesus.
He is now in frat boy territory. Like
That's
he has
true.
got to. He is now Answorth. Like he is now Alabaster. He is not Ash, and those are two very different people.
Okay.
For a reason.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, because I was just saying,
Is
like,
Alabaster
you're probably...
a fuckboy?
Alabaster is a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Alabaster is like all those awful hazing rituals that other boys do to get to each other in college. That he is like the upperclassman that facilitates all of that.
Nice.
he is that asshole, and then like went to go see the world and was like, fuck, I'm an asshole.
You're
but
an
also,
asshole.
He's and so got a different identity and was like gonna be not that person, but now he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I have to be this person again.
Okay. Cool.
So.
And so yeah, you wouldn't know like the ins and outs of their characters, but they would recognize you and you would recognize them.
I would know that they were into ponies like 10 years ago.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Once a horse girl, always a horse girl.
That's true.
But there's definitely a difference between a pony and a stallion.
Oh.
And, you know.
Pony? Stallion.
Yeah, speaking of, what's our story here?
Our story here is that you are a prospective college student and your family has been like, Alabaster, take him to this party and let him meet some people.
Cool. Perfect.
And are we talking Bard College or like the prep schools here?
Either or.
I'm going to say Bard College because I at least want to give off like...
18.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. All right. So
I feel like if anything we could pull off like because okay, so if there are any like older, particularly male, like my age males here, they would probably see this little boy outfit and be like, okay, if this is an 18-year-old, he did that Alabaster did that on purpose.
okay.
So that's
it's a hazing thing.
Yeah.
It's a hazing thing, and everyone would know that Alabaster's all about pranks and jokes. And
True.
all of that jazz.
And actually, the last time Bridget saw you, you were wearing that outfit.
It's possible.
I'm just saying, it probably is.
Yeah.
And she sees you. She rolled pretty well on her, like, history check. And she's giving you the help me eyes and, like, nodding at, like, Lucky, who's like, so, what do you like?
So is there music? Is there dancing?
I'm gonna say there's like a string quartet playing, but not like dancing. This is like the welcome area.
Gotcha.
You know,
Has
warm
party hasn't really gotten going yet.
No.
How many people are here besides these like 9 people on the board right now?
I'm going to say there's probably about like 50 people total.
Okay. With servants and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this going to be like sit-down dinner, or is this going to be like
It is going to be a sit-down dinner later. But right now, there's milling about.
Milling about, hors d'oeuvres.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching this kid how to eat shrimp.
Yep. And so yeah, Bridget's giving you the help me eyes.
Yeah, so he will have handed you a drink. He will say, if all you're used to is bathtub beer, take those slow. Because they will kick you in the ass.
Okay. This is my first rodeo, but okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go save Bridget. You're welcome to come along.
Oh, I got this. I got this.
So
I'm like, so wait, so she can hear me. Like, so Alabaster, is this the friend you were telling me to meet? The one who, like, the cautionary tale? The one who dropped out of college? Hi, my name's Bellic. It's wonderful to meet you.
Oh, He crit on his crit saved on his Constitution check. He would have screamed. He would have, and you see in his eyes just pure fear. And he gives a big gulp, and he goes, "Hello."
Hi. Again, Bellic. It's wonderful to meet you. Do you mind if we go talk a little bit? I heard there's a lot of things I could learn from you about Bard College.
I'm talking here.
Oh, I won't take up too much of your time. I'm so sorry. It's wonderful to meet you, but I really am not here for long.
So Alabaster, comes over, looks her up and down, total douche, bro.
Oh my
and then,
god.
Extends his hand and is like, shall we catch up?
Do a performance check for flirting.
Would this be diplomacy or would this be performance?
Performance to flirt more than to creep.
Yes.
Creep.
Yeah. All right. So 24.
Okay, that came off as flirty and not creepy.
Yep.
She shakes your hand and she goes, "Yeah," and we'll pause that.
Yeah.
What do you say to Lucky?
Hey, Lucky. Can we go talk in a corner? Real quick?
Can we stay where there's witnesses, please?
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to do anything to you.
I don't trust that.
Okay, I'm going to be very clear about what I need from you.
Okay.
I need that tooth.
But you took the first one already.
I'm not going to take
What
this.
do you need it for?
It
really hurts. It's still sore.
I know, that's why BC's to come out now.
No.
I have a...
Oh my god.
I'm so glad Alabaster's not over here right now. Oh my god.
Why?
Ooh.
Why do you need it?
So, I need to give this to a drunken dwarf.
And he goes, "Can we... I got so much gold."
Ooh, no. He would really appreciate this.
We are literally in a fancy place. Is there not anything fancier you could steal from anyone that is not in my mouth?
Not that I really want.
Oh my god.
I walked into the room and it's the first thing I saw.
Vicious, dude.
And I just want to let you know,
shit.
you're not pulling it off. It's...
Oh no. Do
It'll
a
look better in my
persuasion.
better in my pocket.
Is this intimidation or is this persuasion?
Persuasion that it's not pulling. He's not pulling it off.
22.
He goes, I'll give it to you at the end of tonight. Just let me not have a gaping hole in my mouth when I'm trying to talk with girls.
And then I reach out my hand to shake it. It's like, oh, I understand. You were doing humanitarian work when you dropped out. I would do the same thing. And I give him a wink.
And he nods, and he's looking very scared, and he's going like this, but it's better than not having a tooth.
But first, who are these lovely people?
Oh, and let's pause here. So what do you say to Bridget?
That's an interesting question. So he says, "Did I do a good enough job saving you?"
Yes, thank you. He is so annoying. He hangs out with me and Yasmin all the time. Ever since he got back from Bard College.
You could just tell him to go away.
I could, but he keeps coming back. He's like a lost puppy or something.
He is that.
Yeah.
Yep, he is exactly that.
Yeah. And it's play with someone your own age, right?
That's true.
Says the 20-something-year-old.
He was just here to save her.
I know. I was just being silly.
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to?
Well, I finished Bard College.
Oh,
and,
good for you.
Then did some traveling.
Where'd you go?
My character knows places,
okay,
and I do not. So he's just lists some places off that he may or may not have actually been to.
Okay. And I would say at that point, the listing off and just kind of
Yeah, there's literally just chatting.
Yep.
That is...
Sounds good. So you go back and what was the question again?
So who are these lovely people, his parents?
Oh, okay. So, oh no.
You are just an ass. I love it.
Oh no.
Ah.
And he goes, well, this is, and then as soon as like he starts talking to like introduce his dad, Howard just goes, the adults are talking, and then goes back to talking to Bridget's parents. And Lucky just sulks a little and goes, let's just walk away.
Okay, I mean, it seems like you're walking your tail between your legs, though.
Oh,
Lucky, I don't use this term lightly because I'm not sure mine have entirely dropped, but you need to grow some balls.
I mean, you see me in dog form, I have them.
Can I make a history check to see if I remember them? Come on, crit 1. That's a 4.
You know what? Because we want the opposite of what you were going for. They were huge. No.
yes.
That's about it. Like, they were definitely, like, big old dog balls.
Okay.
That you had the misfortune of seeing.
Misfortune. You know, I've seen what you're packing. You gotta get a better personality, bud.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Lucky.
No. I'm quite happy.
No, you're not.
Being nice. Not hurting anyone. Just having a ball sometimes.
Have you seen how you look? Did you choose the emerald? Did, like, you walk up and be like, all these teeth are in front of you, and you're like, that one. Insight check.
Poor Lucky.
That's gonna be a 7.
You can't tell whether or not he's telling the truth or not.
Lucky, you're either a pawn of your parents, or you have the worst fashion sense I have ever seen.
No, I'm gonna go back to Bridget now, because she doesn't scare me, and just runs.
I like, grab him by, like...
Dex
the
check.
arm. Okay,
Oh.
that is still gonna be fine, because my dex check is... 15.
He got a 21. He just slip slides out of there.
That's
Like,
what he's good at.
Make a perception check.
It's gonna be a 28.
He like turns like one arm into like a frog arm for a second and pops it out just so like you avoid grabbing his arm, like very very quickly, like a wild shape type thing. There's like psh, nope.
Good use of magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like it was so brief because like it's in his like he's got long sleeves, so like you just grab his sleeve and there's like no arm in there, you know, in that brief moment. And then he's back to normal, and he turns around and goes, and then goes back to Bridget.
Alright, so if Bridget is still talking to me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her over, actually, to Yasmin.
Okay.
And, because the mayor's over there.
Yep.
And he is going to say, Yasmin.
Oh, hello. It's so nice to see you again.
Yes, and as well, you as well. I found this being annoyed by a small puppy.
Oh, you're talking about Lucky. Well, I mean, can't say anything mean about anyone at the ball with a lot of people around, but thank you.
You're welcome. I thought I'd drop her off and say hello to your father.
Oh, yes, Dad, and immediately make a perception check when Yasmin calls her dad.
20.
He is just like, the daughter is the light of his world. Like, anytime she says that, he turns around, he's like, oh yes, what can I do for you? You know, like attention just immediately goes from whatever right onto her.
Alright.
And she goes, well, Alabaster's back. And he turns around, and he reaches out a hand, but then he pulls you in for a big old hug.
Alright.
And like, this is kind of like who he is to people that he trusts.
Mm-hmm.
Do a history check.
21.
Okay. He used to be a detective, and like a really fucking good detective. Until he got injured on the job when he was fairly young for his age. Like he was like late 20s, early 30s when that happened.
Right.
And so like he has a keen eye for stuff, but like he's just a very lovable person. Just think of like the the cop dad at the baseball game. Like, you don't want to fuck with him, but, like, he loves people. But he loves his daughter most of all. So, like, he sees you, gives you a big hug, and he goes, "It's so nice to see you. Thank you for coming. I didn't expect you to be here. I sent the invite, and, you know, I figured, you know, better to send and not have anyone come than to not send at all."
Well, you know, my mother's up north, but I happened to be in the city and saw your invitation and couldn't resist.
Well, I am so happy. You know what? Did you come here on your own? Did you bring a friend?
I did bring a friend.
I'm probably walking over.
Okay, and then he,
So Lucky's probably, like, running over and you're following him at this point. I would imagine.
I'm like, it's one of those situations where, like, I imagine Lucky's, like, bolting and I'm just, like, casually strolling up because you're my friend.
And, he sees you and, he goes, "Oh, any friend of Alabaster is a friend of mine. Why don't you join us for dinner? At our table."
I would be absolutely
delightful.
honored. I mean, I would love to pick your brain. I'm actually a senior at Tajal Prep, and I am writing.
A senior? How old are you?
I'm actually turning 18 in 2 months.
You're lucky he rolled a 4 on that. Could you just lie to a fucking detective? I no less than 2 minutes ago said that he has a keen eye for shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's just so happy that you're here that he forgot. You know, his guard has been lowered, and he goes, "Oh, that's fantastic. It's a fine school. They bring up fine young men."
Yeah, I'm actually doing research right now because I'm in contemporary Tajal politics right now, and we're writing a paper on Reconstruction efforts post-impact. And I'd love, like, I mean, with your recent election win, I'd just love to hear about what proposals or what things you're trying to put forward.
Do a persuasion check, cause
I'm using a lucky point.
Yep.
That's not better. That's gonna be a 10 though.
Okay, it's not. He goes, "I would love to talk to you, but it's my daughter's special night. You know, maybe we can arrange something."
I would be of course, I don't want to take away from your time. I'm just so excited. It's not often I get to meet the mayor.
Oh, he's feeling that. Ash, are you doing something?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and help him out with that.
Okay.
With a persuasion of 17.
Okay. What do you say?
And I'm just gonna say, you know, my friend here, I'm helping to bring him up into our own fraternity ranks. Hopefully he will make it through his first year. Kind of says that with, like, this smirk on his face.
Oh, and those deadlines are coming up soon, aren't they?
They are. So any help that this man in blue can get from others.
And he turns to Yasmin and he goes, "Do you mind?" And she goes, "No, like, she doesn't care. Just go talk. It's fine."
I promise your daughter a dance later.
No. Because I know you.
So he literally does laugh and he says, "Good answer."
So, are you a Delta Gamma guy too?
No. I did not complete formal education beyond, you know, the prep schools because I went right into the police academy instead of higher education.
More than once he has helped us, though, in various situations.
Well, yes,
wonderful.
we investigated, you know, those break-ins that happened all the time in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
We were able to put an end to most of them.
Yeah, I heard, especially like post-impact, it got really bad.
Yes, it did. It's unfortunate. I was off the task force by that point. I was doing my best for cleanup efforts, for helping people out on the ground, but I was not orchestrating things at that point.
Mm-hmm. Well, whoever was orchestrating it, they obviously did a phenomenal job. The streets are, like, not just clean, but metaphorically clean as well.
Do an insight check.
That's going to be 21.
He does not like what you're insinuating.
27. What? Insinuating what? 20. So it's 27.
Yeah.
But.
He does not, because what I'm guessing is, like, you're implying clean of magic users.
No, I'm like clean of, like, because you
Or
talk about break-ins, so
Yeah.
riffraff, things like that.
Okay. I think that he would be interpreting it, especially post-impact,
Mm-hmm.
especially since the riffraff was framed on magic users and stuff. He doesn't seem to appreciate the wording that you use there.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't mean any disrespect. But I appreciate your time regardless. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so at some point in this night, depending on how long we're gonna role play this out, I do want to use venomous words.
What's that?
Which is talk for 10 minutes and talk for 10 minutes with a single person and an insight's kind of like an ongoing, like the seed of ongoing paranoia or fear.
Like on the other person?
On the other person, yeah. So like I can look. I don't have my laptop.
Here, I'll look up. You say venomous words?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how this is going to go. You have to, of course, why would I type venomous words into Google and automatically expect?
So that's venomous blades, and then
Right there.
Yeah.
So at 3rd level, you learn to infuse innocent-seeming words with an insidious magic. A creature that hears you speak can become plunged into fear and paranoia. If you speak to a human alone for at least 10 minutes, you can attempt to seed paranoia and fear into its mind. At the end of the conversation, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be frightened for the next hour until it is attacked or damaged, until it witnesses its allies being attacked or damaged. While frightened this way, the target is paranoid and tries to avoid the company of others, including its allies. The target seeks out what it considers the safest, most secret place available to it and hides there. If the target succeeds on its save, the target has no hint that you try to frighten it. Once you use this feature, you can't blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, just...
That last sentence.
Yeah.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Good thing I read the whole thing.
Yeah. So, above table, you probably have about, 40 minutes of, snooping around if you want to be able to snoop. And then dinner will happen.
Okay.
So what do you do in those 40 minutes?
I don't know. Did you want to do any snooping?
Because you did come here to find dirt.
Yes. I want to... Maybe we can pluck Yasmin's mind a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. So what are you trying to get out of her? What do you both go up to her and just start talking? Do you one at a time talk?
So what I'm actually going to do, I don't know if this is going to help him at all, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him over to Yasmin and I'm going to say, your outfits are the perfect match. I thought I'd have to introduce you tonight.
That's good. That was so smooth. I love it. No need for a check at this point. She just looks to you and is... Oh, I'm sorry. She's 1 out of 20 attracted to you. But,
That's fine.
The night is young. So she goes, oh, so what was your name again?
I'm Bellic. Bellic Fanmere. It's an absolute delight to meet you. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Our mutual friend here has
He is left.
Yep.
He is gone at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, our mutual friend and I I thought you were still here. He has a dry sense of humor.
Yes, yes. So where are you from?
I'm actually from right outside the city, probably about half an hour away. My parents own a nice large farm out there.
Oh, nice. Where is it? North? You said south?
Northeast.
Northeast. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's good because I heard there was some trouble in the farms down south, and I worried you might have.
I heard about that. I mean, our family was pretty close with some of the farmers down there, but it's hard during these times.
Yes.
It's hard during these times, as I'm sure you're more than well aware. How are you enjoying this evening? We don't need to talk shop.
It's okay. It's a bit much.
I bet.
But I'm sure a lot can come out of tonight.
What are you looking forward to?
Just spending time with my family.
I mean, I'm not to say I'm prying, but you've just kind of been over here for most of the night.
Well, I mean, should I be elsewhere?
It's your party.
It is my own party.
It's fine. I mean, if you want I came to you. If everyone's coming to you, then...
Yes, I've kind of been cooped up in this corner because it's person after person after person.
You should...
And you're just a part of the problem.
Well...
And she doesn't say it in a shitty way. She actually is, like, poking at you now.
Yeah. Well, why don't you get out there? Go enjoy your party.
I will. In due time.
In due time. Well, you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Mm-hmm. I would say, like, after that, like, just, like, she steps out, like, almost like she wants to, but then, like, she realized you told her to do that, so she's like, no. She steps back. Just for a little bit, like, just long enough so it doesn't feel like she's doing what you told her to do. Look, give me your dice. Like, this'll be Franz, because he's in fancy blue. What color are you?
I'm probably in green.
Okay.
Because that's,
So Lucky's actually going to, like, approach you, Franz. Now that, like, you're there, so, like, he's safe so long as you're there to help him. And he's like, what are you doing here?
Oh, what are you doing here?
I was invited here.
So was I.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
I
had
flash
an
him.
extra invitation.
That's definitely not meant for him. You
Um,
brought him as, like, a +1 or something, but he was not invited here.
Lucky, I'm sorry. Maybe you dropped out of Bard College and you can't read. There's not a name on here.
Okay. But your name probably was not on the envelope.
Well,
Suck it! No, he doesn't do that.
it's like, well, I mean, Lucky, yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. But you know what's also not supposed to be here?
What?
Magic users.
Shh. Listen. I will help you get whatever you need so you can go.
Oh, actually, let's go find an area that we can't be overheard in.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Lucky, I'm going to warn you. It's been a long time since I've had a good meal. So, I'm not leaving anytime soon.
If I help you, will you stop being mean to me?
I can't speak
We
for
are
him.
we are on the right track.
It's probably a no.
Yeah. He's like, okay, then never mind.
No, we're going, Lucky and I. It was
What?
one of those things where, like, I have put my arm on his shoulder, and
Okay.
I'm like, let's go have a nice little chat.
Okay. What do you do?
Lucky. Okay. Can you do anything other than a dog?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to turn into something small, something nigh undetectable, and get into the captain's, get into the mayor's office.
Okay, what and why?
We are trying to find out as much about the mayor as possible.
Okay. What about, like, your book report?
Yeah, book report. We're looking for... What's the word I want to use? Do you like drama?
No.
Lucky?
No.
Okay, then you should be able to quickly identify anything scandalous, anything that you wouldn't want to read, especially about yourself. That's what I want.
Okay. Okay. I'll do that. Okay, so that happens. He doesn't come back by the time dinner happens. So...
Okay, so if dinner...
So it's close to dinner time, and he's not back yet.
Okay, so, let's see. Are any of my old flames here?
Do a perception check.
Can't hold a candle.
17.
Yeah, there's like one, like most of them are on bad terms, so you probably would like avoid them, but there was one that was kind of like a mutual ghosting each other at the end.
But how close to dinner is it?
Well, how much time would you leave, so you're in control of this aspect,
Right.
like how long before dinner would you start, like, trying to intervene if Lucky does not return?
I really didn't give him a time limit is the problem.
Yeah,
He knows when
that's
dinner is.
How worried am I about him? That's like the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
This character, do I care? I kind of do, a little bit. I'm trying to find an excuse to go into like the hallway or the back room or somewhere else.
Yeah, because
finding an old flame.
Yeah, it's definitely like not roped off where you can't go, but like you have to like very obviously cross somewhere where you're not supposed to be to get to that part of the house.
All right.
And you said you wanted to venomous words as well.
Yeah.
Here, you work on that.
All right, and you're gonna go sneak around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do some sneak.
Okay. So who wants to go first? And we're gonna say there's 15 minutes till dinner, so because you need at least 10.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I don't care. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna start like wandering around like where I saw Lucky go last, as though I'm lost.
Okay.
So I'm just like a young boy, just being like, where the hell am I? To anyone that might be watching.
Do a performance check.
That is a 4.
It's okay because they rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
The crowd. So the crowd is, a little tipsy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing your best young boy impression because you've been trying to do an older boy impression all night, and your chops aren't up to snuff for
Forgot
baby
to be my
frogs.
age.
Yep. So yeah, you're able to get to where you last saw Lucky, and it's just kind of this little like alcove where like he probably transformed.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I want to say like this is where a little hallway back to where Lucky was, but like over here is where like the stairs are, and like the stairs have this rope on it. And it's like a grand staircase up into like a balcony type of second floor.
Are there people on the second floor?
There are not.
Okay. And are there any like guards or anything in front of the rope?
There's no guards, but like it would be very odd. There's too many people in here for you to just like do.
Do I get a sense that like down hallways there like is a back way up to the balcony?
Do a history check.
Okay. That is going to be a 15.
So the hallways are typically for buildings that are structured like this, because you've broken in and done recon to plenty of ones like this. It's very similar to like Ed and Al's, where it's just a hallway with a bunch of rooms, and maybe 1 or 2 of them have a balcony out back.
Right. Okay. Do I get a sense from that alcove of like what Lucky might have transformed into and where he might have gone?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like he probably just transformed into something like small, and like that you would typically see somewhere here. Like he didn't do like a giant big old tarantula. Like maybe like a little frog or a mouse or something like that.
Okay. I peek my head into my pocket dimension. Be like, Silva, can you turn into a mouse?
How much time does that take?
I think that takes an hour.
Yeah,
That's a joke.
I'd say like. I forgot it was a minute or an hour. That's.
Oh, it's an hour.
Yeah.
I am gonna. Do I see like any disturbance at like any of the rooms around the balcony?
Do a perception check.
It's gonna be an 11.
You don't. Every door seems closed.
Okay, like any lights on or.
Within 11, like, you don't really see anything that looks like... Lucky's not a great, like, stealthy person, but, like, he's also not an absolute idiot when it comes to, I need to cover my tracks. So, he covered his tracks better than you can look for him.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of, like, shuffle my feet a little bit and say, not too loud, but if, like, Lucky's around, maybe you would hear him, like, oh, man, my dogs are barking.
No response?
Like, damn it. Is Bridget around here?
Yeah, you could find her easily. Like,
cool.
She's just, milling about. She's, at this point, she and Yasmin are chilling by the ice swan.
Yeah. It's like, hey guys, have you seen that creep around here recently?
No, he like walked away, and that was it. I was kind of happy.
Yeah, same. He was supposed to like show me his like old like essays for Bard College, and he just up and left, and I don't know where he's at.
Why would he be carrying his essays on his person?
I don't know. Maybe he was trying to get rid of me, but he's gone, so whatever.
It's kind of sad when he tries to get rid of you.
I know, right? Well, you win some and you lose some.
Well, seems like you're losing more tonight than winning.
Yeah, and then I like grab one of the like champagne flutes as it comes past me, and I'm like, yep, toss it back.
Nice.
You probably cough a little because you've never had champagne before.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Is this supposed to be bubbly?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you get an invite? And this is all Bridget talking. Like, Yasmin is the polite one.
Yeah.
Did you get an invite?
And I flash, I'm like, yes, I have an invite. You want to ask 20 questions? Did you get an invite?
Yes, I did. But just because you have one doesn't mean it was meant for you.
Well, that is a very observant, you have a very observant quality around you. Would you like to check it out?
No, not particularly. So, like, who are you really?
I'm Bellic.
Who are you really?
I am Bellic Fanmere.
Yeah, okay.
Of the Fanmere Farms.
Mm-hmm.
And who are you really?
Someone who knows how to drink champagne.
Yeah, I don't know how to drink champagne. I'm from a farm.
Yeah, and, like, if you're from a farm, like, what are you doing getting an invite?
I am going to Bard College. Well, hopefully getting into Bard College.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've, our family's been very close with the, Cranes,
Oh, yeah,
right?
then if you're gonna go to Bard College, then play me something.
Okay. I'm like, well, can you give me a minute? I need to go grab my flute from the coat check.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the coat check and get my lute.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I come back and I'm like, I mean, we are in the middle of a ball, but what do you want to hear?
Bridget sees your lute and looks at it closely.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, dude, don't play that here.
Then you know I'm a real deal.
Can you put that away and maybe we could talk?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. What have you been doing in the meantime?
So in the meantime, I'm trying to decide now if I actually want to use vicious words or if I just want to go talk to the mayor and be like, so what's up with the Inquisition?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Radical honesty.
Yeah, so actually no, I am. I'm gonna go talk to the mayor.
Okay.
Again, as he's milling about.
Yep. His wife is just staying next to him like they're a pair.
Yeah. So he'll probably like start off with some like not political conversation.
Yeah, and he's like, so, how's your mom doing?
Oh, her. She's just going after what she wants at every turn.
Yeah, that sounds like Answith.
Yeah. She's been down in the bogs, I think, is her newest venture.
Has she?
Dun dun dun!
Yeah. I mean, that's the last thing I heard.
Was she caught up in what happened down there?
What happened down there? I've been much farther north than all of that.
And sorry, let me just rewind just for a second. Were you implying that she was there or her company was there?
I mean, either one.
Okay, because he's taking that as a company because
yes, I mean the company. Like Answith doesn't really go to any of her projects.
Yeah,
she just sends people places.
Well, I had no clue that was her, but I am not surprised, given her history, that was her. And
He just has this like very confused look on his face. Like,
Yes.
what are you talking about?
At that point, the wife turns and she goes, I think that's enough of that conversation, dear. What did you want?
Thought she was wearing a dress because it sounds like she's wearing the pants.
Oh! So he will turn. What?
Do a history check
movie?
on before you do anything, just in case.
Nat 20. Oh.
Nice. So, he doesn't think that you're that great of a person.
No, I mean, no one does. That's
But
fine.
he was like one of the few people that supported you not doing what your mom wanted, and going to Bard College. And I want to say, like, he might have, like, bought you some, like, composition paper or something like that. Like, so he encouraged you to follow a different path, even though he may not like you. But
That's
he likes
okay.
you more than your mom. So.
His mom's nuts.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was just over here saying hello.
It's me.
Goddamn. So yeah, he goes, well, hello. Are you finding the party enjoyable?
He kind of he does the, oh, I guess that conversation's over face, and he says, yes, very much so. I've been on the road for some time, and so it's nice to be back.
Yes. The city's a lot nicer now.
It's certainly been
safer.
rebuilt. Yes.
And we're working very hard at making it a place safe for everyone.
Everyone. That's good.
Yes. And the wife goes, well, good people, honest people. Not everyone.
Well, yes, you wouldn't want those thieves just running around
Of course.
every which way.
Yes. It was good to see you, Alabaster.
Likewise.
I want to say that got you like 5 minutes-ish, so
Right,
did
yeah.
you want to try a different conversation?
No, I don't think that he's gonna try for that particular. He's interested now
Uh-huh.
in the wife, because everything that you as the DM have said is that he's like a good guy, and she seems to be not. So, man, he's still just gonna have so many problems with women his entire life. Yeah, all right.
So while you think, we're going to jump back to you.
Okay.
And
Where's she taking me?
well, you come back
Yeah.
lootless.
Yeah.
And she goes, what are you doing wielding that around?
I told you I'm the real deal. I'm trying to get into Bard College, and every good bard needs a good instrument.
Yeah,
A finely made instrument.
yeah, not a magical one, doofus.
And how do you know about that?
The strings?
Yeah, what do you know about the strings? They just look like regular strings to me.
No, they don't. Like, if you were a real bard, you would know. But but I can tell when things have a magical quality to them.
How is that?
Because I know things.
You're being quite elusive, so you may know things or you may not know things. All I know is you asked me to play my instrument and prove myself.
Okay.
And you're sitting here insinuating
Insinuating what?
that here of all places, that my instrument, that's slander.
No, it's not. Would you like to play it and, prove to me that it's not magical?
I'll go walk right back.
It's your funeral. Whoever you are.
Whoever I am.
I'll learn your name when you die.
You'll never learn my name. Name dies with me.
Nice.
I will be the unnamed hero in all my sung tales. How do you know?
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were walking back.
No, like how do you know about these strings?
How did you get them?
I've got connections.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna be all loose-lipped here, so I kind of need to know your MO before I give you anything.
Is Yasmin still here?
She's right next to you. Like, and she is, like, She is silent and she is watching.
So, I think I'm probably going to go back over to you, because you look like you're having an interesting conversation.
Just like, do you remember the name of the man who made these strings? Alabaster.
Do you have the loot with you?
No, it's in the coat check. But you've seen my loot.
Okay.
You would have said his name. It was Thinnery.
Yeah. No, I have it written down. Is it wise just to be wandering around, giving names?
It's not
Those who
wise
might-
giving names, but Bridget here is more than just some old fling from college.
I'm nobody's flame.
Oh, no, yeah. But she was like 8 last time I saw her.
Oh, that's weird.
That is really weird and creepy. That's gross. I would say no offense, but you are kind of like a dude bro.
Yeah.
So full offense, but ill.
Do you creep around like the freshman dorms? Is that your thing?
No.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I don't know the name of whoever you're talking about, but I am.
So we're not going to give it to you. That's what we're saying.
That's
He's
fine.
just
I
like
don't
joining this
need it.
conversation
Yeah.
completely and haven't heard anything. Like, why the fuck are we just dropping magical people's names around these parts?
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, no, that's not happening. Yeah, don't wield magic around here or anywhere in this city, or you will die.
You know.
why though? You and Yasmin are relatively close to this.
Bridget like nods over to the mayor, and she's like, "Well, he kind of ruined that for everyone."
Why
He certainly
though?
did.
I don't know. Just one day he changes his mind.
No one just changes their mind unless something's at their neck.
Probably, yeah. But whatever changed his mind, and now things are really bad for anyone who wants to be a magic user.
Yasmin.
His wife is this out of character. His wife is Yasmin's mom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yasmin, I'm just gonna be completely upfront. What happened to your dad?
She glances over and she goes, I don't think this is a conversation for here.
I don't see a better time. Hidden in plain sight.
Do a persuasion check.
Persuasion, that's gonna be a 18.
Okay. She goes, let's have a drink and sit down.
Okay, can I eat anything other than champagne though? Seriously, that hurts my throat.
You can get water from this one.
Okay.
But she takes some champagne with her, and she sits down. And she goes, the Inquisition most likely blackmailed my dad about something.
Do you know with what?
No. Just something. And
Did they blackmail your mom?
and she looks at her mom, and she's like, I don't know, she's kind of hard to change. She's got a stronger will than my dad does.
She seems more convinced. By,
She do a history check.
13.
Yeah, you don't really know all that much more than what I've already told you about them. And she goes, my mom, likes things the way they are. So, what does she need blackmailing for when things are going the way she wants?
She's definitely on the train of genocide around here.
Yasmin, this city is a powder keg, and when you put pressure on a group of people like your father is, they're only going to get more hostile.
I know.
It doesn't start or end with me, but every moment that your father enacts these policies and works with the Inquisition, his life an extension of your life, is in danger.
She breathes a heavy sigh, and she goes, "Yes, why don't we talk after dinner more about this? Because it's coming up to that time, and I'd like to spend as much time with my dad, because he threw this thing, and I know it makes him happy."
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yasmin, is there a way you can get me upstairs?
what do you need to go upstairs for?
I need to get lucky.
What's he doing up there?
At this point, I have no idea.
She's a little creeped out. Yeah. Let's get you upstairs. What the fuck, Lucky? And she. Well, here's the other thing. Like, I'm just imagining, 18-year-old Yasmin bringing 2 boys upstairs.
Bridget's with us. It evens it out.
Oh no! Yeah.
That's
right.
awful. She,
We're all 4 going upstairs to what? Get lucky.
No.
We're up all night to this.
She realizes how awful that must look. So she's going to say, "How about this? You just go upstairs. I'm going to let my dad know that you're going to use the master bathroom to freshen up for dinner. Get yourself, you feel a little overwhelmed. You traveled far to get here, and
We did, actually.
Yeah, quite literally.
It'll be easier for you to freshen up in a bathroom that's not being used by many.
Okay.
So yeah, just go there, and I'll make sure that no one bothers you."
Okay.
And she goes over to her dad.
Okay. Are you coming with me, or are you staying with Yasmin?
That's a really good question. I'll come with you.
Okay.
Okay. Do an investigation check to see if you could find.
That's gonna be a 15.
Okay. You are. Let me just see something quick. Okay.
Nice.
You notice one door that's slightly ajar compared to the rest of them that are what's it called? Just completely closed. And do a perception check.
Okay. That's going to be a 24.
Okay,
Also
you hear,
24.
Yeah, you hear rummaging around.
Okay. I'm just gonna like look like, hey, I'm supposed to be up here, and this is the room I'm going into, so I'm just going to open the door.
Okay. At that point, you see Lucky holding up these red robes.
And I immediately shut the door.
Just kind of what's this? So he is hard at work investigating, trying to find something.
How fucked up is this room right now?
It's not clean.
Hey, Lucky.
And he jumps.
He literally just happily sighing and looking around God damn.
And he's I was gonna clean up.
Okay, what have you found?
These.
You're looking through clothes. Did you look through the desk yet?
And he waves it at you, and he's Inquisition clothes.
I mean, yeah, because they're a part of the Inquisition.
No, they're not. Well,
at this point,
yeah.
He is assuming that they are a part of the Inquisition. After that, that talk with his mom, with Yasmin's mom, he's no.
Okay.
This is...
Is there any indication that these are from the Inquisition clothes that we've seen, and knowing how they dress, is this of a particular status in the Inquisition? Is there a title or name?
Yeah, do a perception check.
That is a 28.
Okay, damn. You know that, so each, there's traveling Inquisitioners, which are, the lowest rank.
Mm-hmm.
There's the TSA TSA Inquisitioners, which are stationary, so they're kind of the shittiest stationary one. Then there's there's trainees, who work with the foot soldiers. Then there's, commanders and then captains, and captains are the highest ones in any particular city. And this is like someone who is just below a captain.
Okay. Does this look
and just so you know, there's generals, and then you don't know beyond that, but the highest you saw was a general.
Okay. Are these clothes? Are these the robes that would fit a 5'3" man?
Put them on, or have Lucky put them on.
Lucky, put them on.
They go past his feet.
Okay.
The mom's taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, is there is there sexual dimorphism in their clothing?
No, it's just it's a general like cloak they wear over, and the masks make it very difficult to see because you've probably met like a bunch of them, but unless they talk, it's really hard for you to determine their gender. So the clothes are indistinguishable unless the person takes their mask off. You're like, oh, there's a woman wearing that. But this definitely would fit the mom better than the dad.
Gross. All right. Well,
so we.
And he's like, this was really well hidden. Just so you know,
Show us
I had to,
where it was hidden.
So he goes into like the closet, and he shows like he's very proud of himself, and he goes, "I sniffed it out."
And I put my hand on his head and like, good boy.
Nice. And there's like a fake bottom to the cabinet, not the cabinet, the chest, and then under that, like the floor is like cut out, and he found that with a mask plus like just like not like diary notes, but like commands type things, like things, a task list that she needs to do, orders from.
What are her orders?
Definitely gonna look in that.
So she is pretty much tasked as essentially an undercover person, meaning to suss out magic users, in parties like this, essentially going, rubbing elbows, and pretty much you get the idea that they feel like they have the common people on lockdown because they don't have money and power and status to hide, whereas these people do. So now it's her task to secretly suss out magic users.
I take the notes. I put them in my pocket. Lucky, we need to get the hell out of here.
Okay. Okay, you're scaring me. Can you help me clean up?
Yeah. So we're gonna do like a little montage scene.
Yep. And in that, you hear like the dinner bell as you're cleaning up.
Alright, well, Lucky, you're gonna have to sneak back downstairs because you're not supposed to be up here, but we are.
Yeah, that's easy. I'll just be a little Mexican.
Okay. Lucky?
Can I hide in your pocket so people don't get scared?
Yeah, go hang out with Sova.
Who? Your owl as a mouse?
She probably won't eat you.
Yeah, she's a fae being. I don't think she needs food.
Okay. Okay.
Keyword is a think.
Okay, what? I'm gonna be just how big is your pouch?
My pocket dimension?
He doesn't know.
It's as big as your imagination is. For you, probably not that big, but
he wild shapes into a puppy.
Okay.
He's even cuter than before.
Oh, that is.
Just so you know.
I'm just like, okay, hop in.
And goes right in, and he's in your pocket dimension.
Okay, Archibald.
Yeah. We're gonna leave. Go back downstairs.
We need to... Actually, wait, and I go into the bathroom and I freshen up.
Yeah.
I look like I freshly, clean my face and all of that. I splash a little bit on you.
He all of a sudden gets very, in a way that you've never seen him before, actually is like, shit, you messed it up! But now he actually fixes it. You've never seen him do a shit before, ever, till right now.
I love it.
Is there a part of this room that Lucky didn't, touch?
you could tell he got his hands on as many things as he could.
Okay.
And like just based on like he was definitely like different animals in this time, more or less.
Is the letter addressed to Mrs. Putnam?
There's like a and here's the thing, it's not addressed to her by name, it's addressed to her by like rank and like soldier number.
What are those?
What
are
soldier
those?
number?
Let's see. FC1 S0247.
And
send me that back because I actually have a system, believe it or not. So.
Are these soldier numbers internal or are they public knowledge?
They are internal.
Okay.
Cool. Perfect.
Okay.
We're going to use that to our advantage.
We are. We are in a precarious position. We don't have the kind of dirt the Five Fingers wants, but we got something maybe even better.
Well, the mayor's obviously not behind any of this.
No. But in a way he is. I mean,
He is, but it's the wife we need to take down.
Yes, we need to cut the strings.
It's not going to be as easy to divorce him from the Inquisition as they thought it would be.
No. Guess we're gonna have to go with Plan B. Get Yasmin to break them up.
Oh God!
Oh,
this
man.
is like the opposite of the Parent Trap.
I also love that this is what you suggested like 2 hours ago, and I was like, no. Okay. So, how do you go to dinner? So pretty much, you know what the fuck am I doing asking you how you go into dinner? Let me set up.
Well,
the
I imagine
scene
that
first.
like we're coming down, like we know we're allowed to be late, and I imagine like we're looking for the seats that
Let's
like
see.
Yasmin and Bridget saved for us.
Yeah. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's Yep.
I was just about to do that. So, let me do a recap of the people because I feel like it's important. So. So you would get these two at the end. Yeah.
Mom?
Well, Lucky, I imagine you let him out and everything in a safe...
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Lucky, Maria, Howard, Yasmin, Mr. and Mrs. Putnam.
Okay.
Then you have Bridget, Cleary, and Desmond.
Okay.
Can I be next to Mom?
Hmm?
Can I be next to the mother? Or do we have like seats? Oh, we're
It's
seated
like-
on the other
It's a
side.
side.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's by family, and just for context, this is like an exclusive room. Like,
Right.
just you.
Oh, outside of the rest of the guests.
Yes.
All right.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know how to use silverware properly?
I don't know. I don't think that you would, but like I feel.
It's a crit 1.
Oh no! Come on, be better! Be better! He's gonna have to make up some shit about how far people don't know how to like eat,
I'm
and
gonna
it's
use-
gonna be very difficult. He's gonna have
I'm gonna use a luck point.
to, with literally the highest amount of douchebaggery that I could come up with to make that bad.
Oh, that's not better. That's a 13.
Okay.
Jesus. I want to say that, like, at first you start to, like, shovel spaghetti, like, without even, like, twirling it first, and, like, you start lifting it.
Can I just
And-
like put my hand on his
and
hand?
Ash is like,
Be
no, dude, stop.
I'm gonna do a stealth check. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be a 19.
Okay.
No.
But yeah, so you're able to feign that you belong here.
He will like put his hand on your hand and then like look at you and look at his food and model it for you
Yep.
as he's going.
I'm trying to do that thing where like I use the back of the fork and the knife to like push up, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
So Cleary's at the end here. And he looks to you and he goes, "We haven't had the pleasure of talking yet."
Who is this? I'm sorry.
Cleary.
Okay.
Who, to me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bellic Fanmere. It's an absolute delight to meet you.
Oh, yes. So are you going to be here long? Or better yet, how do you know the young mistress?
I actually just met her tonight. I am friends with Mr. Crane over here, and I'm from a farm outside the city, but I'm here for Taizhou Prep, and I'm preparing to enter Bard College.
Oh, that is fantastic. I went there before I went to who's he? Before I went to a medical school.
Do either of these families have any older daughters?
I mean, they both have.
I mean, like.
Oh, sorry.
Like older. Do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think that all of them are every single person at this table is an only child except you, but
yeah.
all the fancy people are only children.
Okay.
And he goes, yes, so I went there before I went to medical college, and my partner here, he also Taizhou Prep, and eventually went on to design some of the biggest things that we're working on in this city.
What are you working on?
At this point, Desmond, he looks to you and he kind of scopes you out a little, and he goes, well, things that are necessary.
I'm actually currently writing a paper about Reconstruction post-impact for my contemporary Taizhou political class, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry. I'm just curious because I'm like getting this kind of insider information is like gonna be really good for my paper.
Oh,
I do believe he is gonna have Professor Bartel.
Oh, he's a tough one.
First semester is what we have arranged.
Okay.
And any help you could give him.
Oh, sure.
It would be absolutely delightful.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, if it's for knowledge and for research, then I'm sure I can impart some information.
Oh, lovely.
But yes, right now we are currently trying to find ways to keep magical people, beings, users, in certain areas. And he's suggesting prisons.
So, there's just a lot of nodding and there's a lot of agreement.
Yeah.
We'll say
and
that.
Well, we shouldn't be using magic, but their powers are sometimes bigger than our normal things can handle. So my partner here, he is working on using his surgical skills to examine some of the magical creatures and beasts and trying to use their elements in order to contain the magic.
Fascinating, because one of the biggest, because we have our debate club and we do pros and cons, and one thing that we have talked, at least one thing, because when I had the con side to talk about these areas, is that when you put all the magic users in one area, you're kind of creating a powder keg almost. So that's it's great to hear that you're trying to find ways to circumvent that.
Yes, and my partner, Clear, I always forget who's who. Clear is the surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing his best to try and neutralize magic, because it's a shame some of these people that are being interned are, old friends of ours.
Of course.
And, it's not their fault. They're magical.
One can sometimes not help when they're tainted.
Oh, ouch. Play it along, but...
It's very hard. For the record, this is a very difficult conversation.
I know.
But, yeah.
I don't mean to be crude, I'm sorry. But how invasive is this procedure so far?
For the animals, quite, but they're dead when that happens.
Of course.
But yeah, we find, some of them have these, little glands that produce spores that make things happen to people, hallucinations, sleep, poison. Some of them turn them to stone, which was, and he pauses, quite unfortunate for some of the interns.
Quite.
But don't worry, they got better eventually. We took them to, some healers, and they helped them out.
Lovely. But it sounds like everything right here is kind of temporary. What's your long-term solution?
Our long-term solution is to figure out what started the magic and make it go back.
Wow, I am just it's been just a delight talking to you. I'm sorry, just really they don't whenever they want to talk to us about, post-impact, they try to use flowery language.
And so you're saying that, and you hear a thud on the table, followed by a scream of absolute anguish. And you turn to the source of that and see, do a perception check because you're facing in the general direction.
It's called
22.
Okay. So you notice, what's her face? Yasmin took a sip of her drink, stood there for a while, staring kind of oddly, and maybe at first you thought she was watching you and the conversation you had.
This is Yasmin?
Yeah, right across from you. Staring just blankly right across, and then suddenly just flops forward, absolutely motionless on the table. And when that happens, it's the dad that gives this shout, scream, what's going on with the light of my life?
Is anyone here a doctor?
So, literally, he is going to. Oh man, Ash is gonna look over at, her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And what does her face look like?
She looks surprised, composed, because she just saw her daughter flop over. I don't know what the fuck happened, but she looked shocked that it happened. That's what you say.
Alright. Trying to decide if I'm gonna give her a nod, magic user.
We just covered this entire show prep. We need to apply CPR right now. Everyone clear and get out of the way.
You're doing that. Lucky, is what the fuck? He goes, he starts to steady her because she's at risk of just falling off of the table. But the dad just shoves him out of the way, moves over, and lays her on the ground, and is checking her vitals and getting more and more panicked, as that happens. And he shouts, for Cleary to start doing stuff. And that's what happens. What do you do? As Cleary?
How is Bridget reacting to this?
Do an insight check.
It's a 5.
She looks shocked too. Her friend just flopped on the table, and now everyone's panicking, and she's like...
I want to do an insight check just at the table. Is there anyone that is not having a reaction that I would expect? That's going to be a 17.
Here's the thing. Everyone is acting how you would expect them to react. She starts, okay, what? What's going on? But as more time goes on, she's looking more and more upset. The mom, I guess, but here's the thing. You expect the mom to react this way. So, she looks shocked. She's staring. And she doesn't look sad. But she definitely does not expect... She doesn't seem like she expected that by any means.
But she knows what's happening.
Yeah. These two are awkwardly just standing what do we do?
So literally.
And Desmond is he's actually over trying to comfort his daughter.
Yeah. So I guess Ash is gonna turn to Franz and say, "Well, I guess they have come up with a test. Better not drink anything for the rest of them."
It's a murder mystery.
Oh, she's dead?
Yup.
Oh, she's dead.
She is dead.
She died.
Yup.
Oh.
And at that point, once it's established that she is just no pulse, no vitals, the dad, stone face, and he goes, "Everybody, sit down."
I was already sitting down. So.
Yeah, I didn't get up.
And I'm just gonna move her over here. Drink from your cups.
Oh, so much deception. So much deception about to happen.
I'm gonna do the
We're
thing
gonna be bluffing some shit.
where
One at a time.
Yep, where I put it up to my lips and I looks like I'm drinking
He's
and I gulp and I put it down.
he's gonna do, and like Lucky's like he's crying just because he doesn't know what to do, and he's like he guzzles the whole thing, and he just doesn't want to be in trouble, and he's fine. Drinks fine. Drinks and fine. Gets to Franz. Do your deception check.
Last lucky point.
Oh.
That's a lot better. Deception, that's going to be an unnatural 20.
Oh, he got a 19, you lucky goose.
Woohoo!
You were able to deceive pretending to drink.
Like it's even like around my lips.
Yep.
So
I got a 26.
Okay, Okay, you're able to deceive drinking. Drinks fine, drinks fine, drinks fine, drinks fine. All around.
what about Mrs. Putnam?
She drank.
Oh,
and
okay,
it's
she did.
fine.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Ash is like literally just kind of like looking at her like he knows something.
mhm. Are you
And
trying to
then-
make eye contact?
Yeah, at least
Okay.
once.
All right. What are you trying to convey?
Just kind of like a nod, and then like moving on, like we're on the same side.
Okay.
That's-
She's gonna do an insight check to see if she understands you.
Sure.
She just sees you nod. She is not considering you as part of like anything.
All right. Did she get a nat one?
She got a 4.
Okay.
I'm
Not much
gonna
better.
like try to make eye contact with Lucky
Mhm.
and like give him like the eyes like act cool, bro.
Okay. It's a nat 1.
Mm.
He actually gets worse.
Yeah, he is like kind of blubbering a little, like he's doing his best to
He's in character.
yeah. Yeah, he's doing his best to keep it together, but like snot,
Oh.
bottom lip quivering. His best friend just died. You know, he's not having a good day tonight. And the dad goes, I'm going to move my daughter to her room, and you all better be exactly here when I get back.
That doesn't sound like a good idea, sir.
No, but it would be a worse idea if you leave.
No one's gonna leave. We need to figure this out. Once we leave this room, we open up to possibilities of not finding out what happened.
No, I know that, but I'm not going to interrogate you all with my daughter lying on the ground.
You're the detective.
Yep.
But you know what happens when you taint a crime scene.
He gives you a very upset look. And he carries his daughter. And then comes back.
About how long was he gone?
This pretty much the exact amount of time it would take to go out back, not carry her through everyone that's there and come back down. So it's not a suspicious amount of time. It's however long you would expect him to take to go up to her room, lay her down.
I'm curious though, just during, I'm not planning on leaving, but how is he enforcing us to stay in this room?
With sheer presence. I can't do the commanding presence that he has, but just imagine the most you would not fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that maybe he may not be that to you, but I don't think that you've ever encountered someone who's had that sort of command before.
Mm-hmm.
People probably have more command over you than he does, but just in overall. And he comes back and he goes, one of you poisoned my daughter. And we're going to figure out who that is. And you're going to pay.
Who served us? Out of character.
Yeah, it was all on the table before then. And he goes, I have a person to taste test everything before it comes out. Everything was good before you walked in.
Well,
and someone in here, after walking in, murdered my daughter.
sir, we came into the room opposite end from your daughter. We didn't... We're as baffled as you. We walked into this room.
And he gestures to blubbering Lucky and his daughter's best friend. And he goes, "Are you suggesting that one of these did it then?"
I'm suggesting...
And when he says that, Lucky's like, "I didn't do it!"
No, we're suggesting none of the sort. I'm just giving you our story.
You're suggesting that the people furthest away from that could not have done it, which means the people closest to it did.
One could hypothesize, yes.
Um,
Is that unreasonable?
and he's looking hard. And he looks back to you. And he says, "Well, stranger things happen nowadays. How do I know that one of you did not use magic to do this?"
Well, in order to use magic, I would have to be a magical being.
It's also true.
At which point, Cleary tries to settle the mayor down a little, and he goes, "You're upset, and rightly so, sir. But I think we should get the authorities in on this." And he's not taking very kindly to that. Do you try and convince or not?
Sir, I mean absolutely no disrespect, but I don't think you're in the right mindset to handle this investigation. I'm currently taking young detective classes at Taizhou Prep.
What classes are you not taking at Taizhou Prep?
Well, I'm currently enrolled in contemporary Taizhou politics, young detectives, Common 401, which is just their like AP English class, and of course fencing.
Of course, fencing.
And then I have study hall.
Study hall. He looks around, and he's very hesitant to call the authorities.
Sir, you know you've already tainted the crime scene. Anything else you do is just going to make this worse.
He sits there for a long time, and I'm not going to have you like sit through all this.
Mm-hmm.
But a good half hour passes. With him grilling everybody in the room, absolutely, 100%, what did you do? Describe it to me, and it's very regimented. So what I want you to do is roll a d12 as he grills each of you, and pretty much let me know what you want him to get from your interrogation, before, when you roll. So
okay.
What are you looking to achieve with him?
What is he asking me?
He's pretty much trying to suss out, where you were.
Oh yeah, so
how did you get here? Why should I believe you? He's just grilling over and over.
Yasmin told you that we were going to go freshen up in the master bath.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. We came back down. Once we heard the dinner bell, we walked in and we sat down.
Okay.
If I'm sure you were seeing your daughter during the ballroom, we were talking to her beforehand. I don't know if you saw us go upstairs, but I'm sure she filled you in on that.
But here's the thing. What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to achieve your innocence, that you are trustworthy, that you are not a magic user, that, so what is the thing that you want him to know about you?
I want him to understand that we have only been friendly with Yasmin tonight, and that we were just innocuous. We were just
Yeah, we are the NPCs to this story.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, and what did you roll?
a 10.
Okay, he is convinced that you, at least, because like he believes that like you did not do this, and you believe that Ash did not do this.
Yeah.
So Ash, what are you trying to get out of this interrogation, or have him understand in this interrogation?
Oh, and that I am taking Young Detective.
Okay.
Young Detective class.
He believes you.
That he doesn't have any motive for killing his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially that he's just an NPC to this story.
Okay.
But also has a question for Cleary, which is, as a surgeon and a doctor, what kind of poison would you expect this to be?
Okay.
As a, like, attempt to suss out, like, is this a magical poison?
Okay.
Or is this not?
Okay. So roll. What did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Okay, that's a mixed success. So you can
That's
have
all
one
right.
of those things happen. Which one?
I really like it. I really like fucking with shit. So I'm gonna go with the second one, which is ask
Nice.
Cleary.
Okay. So
'Cause, you know, whatever. Ash is used to being under investigation at this point.
yeah.
He's always the suspect.
So Cleary goes over to the cup and he's investigating it and he's looking at it closely and like eventually he like takes a sip and nothing happens. And, like, everyone's like he's gonna die. But when he takes the sip, he's like, it wasn't poison.
I told you not to move the body. Sorry, your daughter. That was
Like
insensitive
literally,
of me.
Ash. Like literally, Ash just looks at you like, did you really just say that out loud?
And he goes, you all stay here. We are going to call the authorities. You may leave once they are done questioning you.
Of course.
And that's pretty much like you are legally allowed to leave once they're done questioning you, but he's saying like I am not coming after you if you leave.
Yeah.
Afterwards. When the authorities get, what do you do in the meantime? Do you stay in there?
Yeah, I'm not giving him any.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might
Do you-
finish my
Like I'm like Colonel Mustard in like the clue box, just like by the window, just kind of like
Oh my
arm
God.
up on like the ledge, just like waiting.
I might finish eating.
God. Lucky looks at you like, what the fuck, man? His like half-eaten dinner is just abandoned. He turns to start crying to like his mom, and she just like pushes him away. And tells him to, stop that, you're embarrassing us. And what happens when the authorities get there is you are all questioned thoroughly. Now, what do you want the authorities to know about you when they do their questioning with you?
Mm.
And another roll a d12.
Oh, shit.
What's that?
Just a 6.
Well, those are both mixed successes.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of just want to just corroborate the story that I already told Mr. Putnam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, same story. Like, this is like what I'm here. This is why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was doing. You can ask him because his daughter said she was saying that to him.
Mm-hmm. And then, so what? And if are you doing the same thing, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So you get through questioning without being apprehended, but they are going to ask for your address, and you are required to stay for at least 1 week at that address. You can't leave the city for at least 1 week while the
Well, we're
investigation
staying at mom's.
Yeah, I'm
is
staying
underway.
with
I'll give them the address.
Okay. You are allowed to leave, but it's up to you if you want to stick around to ask questions or anything like that, or figure things out.
I'm gonna.
Because right now, and just so you know, it's been contained in this room. The party outside you could hear is still going on like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
So the outside people don't know.
I want to talk to Bridget.
Okay.
Bridget, what the hell happened?
She looks at you and she says, "Why don't we talk somewhere else?"
Well, we're quarantined. You're gonna have to come over.
In the entire city.
Huh?
For the entire city.
Yeah. Why don't we go over to Aunt Sweat's? We can be safe there.
You'd be welcome.
One sec.
Mm-hmm.
She goes over to her parents, and pretty much, like, asks, like, can I, stay over at this guy's house?
I think the way we want to frame it is, like, we're, all the kids,
Yeah.
we're just like, we're gonna go decompress, so we're gonna take Bridget and Lucky and just, like, get the kids, just out of the situation and just put us in one location.
Okay.
Until, like, this stuff gets figured out. That's how
Okay.
I want to frame it.
Okay. Yeah, because she starts, can I go over? And she, like, looks at you and she's like, how can I make this happen? And so that gets a yes. So do you talk at all during the walk there, or do you wait till you get to the house?
I kind of want to talk to Mom before we leave, too.
Okay.
To the mom.
So while that convincing goes on.
Yeah, I'll go over there. I'll be like, well, you've been quiet.
Yes.
What do you think happened?
Well, my daughter is gone.
Yes, but why? I'm gonna do an insight check.
And she's gonna go, I don't know.
Does a 28 get me anything?
Jesus
you
Christ.
Well, it certainly gets you something. So, with the I don't know, she genuinely does not know why her daughter died in the way that she did somehow at all tonight. You can tell that she's not upset about it.
I want to ask, like, have you ever seen anything like this before? This
To
is to the mom.
Oh, you're there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I assumed I came with you.
Yeah, sure. I
Well, I thought
had
that you
assumed
were
that this you
interacting with the kids.
Yeah, I had assumed you were talking to Bridget while I was
I thought
talking.
we were doing both. Oh, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
sorry.
No.
Okay.
Well, then, like, I come over, like, hey, we should get going. Like, oh, have you? Like, this is like I've never seen this happen. This is so unreal to me.
Well, let's hope it's the last.
Do I get a sense that, like, she has seen this kind of event before?
Do an insight.
That's gonna be an 8.
Doesn't seem like
No.
an everyday thing.
So, I mean, he's gonna maybe, like, kind of throw her words back at her from earlier and say, Jasmine seemed like such a good person.
She was.
Any insight on that one?
Go ahead.
Not as great. Say 18.
Still, you believe that she thought that her daughter was a good person.
Okay.
Just the way that your husband.
You do get the sense that, like, there's just something, being hidden, but like, you don't know what exactly it is. You don't know if it's maybe she's hiding the fact that she's part of the Inquisition,
Right.
because that's still something that you know about her that she doesn't know that you know.
But she's not upset that her daughter died.
You definitely get that.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry, just for your loss. When my father lost my mom, all he could do was cry. It's like the light went out in his life.
And that's probably what's going to happen here.
These really are dark times we're living in. I wish you the best. Thank you for tonight.
Oh, well, if the Cranes can do anything for you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Of course.
Okay. I grab.
You don't need to do an insight. She has no intent of looking.
Oh, yeah,
for
no,
your
of course
yeah.
not. But it's the appropriate thing
Yeah.
to do, so of course he
Yep.
is going to do it.
I grab Lucky by his collar.
Yeah, he's crying. Still, he has not stopped crying.
He will. Ash is gonna like put out his arm for Bridget, like.
She doesn't take it.
It's alright.
She's like, no. Let's get somewhere.
I'm gonna steal a couple of bottles of alcohol on the way out.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Alright. Can I do sleight of hand instead, or do I need to do stealth
sleight of
first?
hand, I'm sorry.
It's still not great. It's still gonna be a 15. Could be worse.
Someone sees you, they don't care. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are there
alright.
like, because this is a big fancy ball party, is there like gift bags they pass out?
There's like, Yasmin's 18th party.
I'm gonna
Here's
take
to
like
many more.
I'm gonna take like 3 of them.
Okay.
Alright,
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna take booze and food, because he's not entirely sure where they're gonna end up after this.
Yeah, I'm taking a whole I'm like a whole bucket of that shrimp.
Are you?
No.
Yeah,
Do you
I
like
feel
empty out a party bag and just put shrimp inside?
Yes.
I turn to Bridget's like, where I come from, you gotta take what you can get. So I'm like going to coat check, getting my shit, and just like the bag is dripping. I pour the cocktail sauce on top.
Oh my god!
I'm eating it like chips on the way back.
Oh man, I don't know whether we should end it here or let you get to the next plot hook. Would you rather?
I mean, I'm invested.
I would totally be down for the next plot hook.
For what?
For the next plot hook.
Okay. So you get to your house. And Gregory is like, there's so many people. We went from
only
nothing.
Only 4.
Yeah, but when you go from 0 to suddenly like the Breakfast Club, like.
Oh God, is Anne's with home?
No. Mom's not home. Where do you take them?
Like in the house?
Yep.
I imagine that he has like in the courtyard his own like. Maybe he has like a game room. He probably has a game room. He'll take him to the game room.
Okay.
Which has like a skylight.
Hello.
Hi. Which has like a skylight and is like just very chill.
Nice.
Very chill space. It's got like, I mean, we took alcohol and then he has a bunch of alcohol in here, but it's
Fair
fine.
So yeah, you sit down. Lucky still cry. He's quiet crying now. It's been a long time, but his eyes are like puffy and. He's sitting there, and Bridget looks to you two, and she goes, let's lay it all out. What's your deal?
So, there's a little bit of change in demeanor because they both, Lucky and Bridget, know the cocky asshole, which you would have noticed that his, gait changed and all that. And here, for the first time ever, they've never seen him do any manual labor. He is, literally lighting the fire on his own right now.
Shit.
He is, just crouching there,
Yep.
lighting the flames.
Okay. I don't think that Lucky's in a state of mind to notice that, but
Right.
Bridget does notice.
Right.
And now I'm just legs are splayed. I'm eating shrimp out of this bag, and I just take one of those wine bottles, and I'm just
She's like, dude.
yeah, I'm not a prep.
No,
I'm cool.
He's not that either.
No, I knew that, but why were you there? Genuinely, why?
You see, and I pull out my loot again. What do you know about these strings?
I just know that they have a magical quality to them.
How do you know that?
Because I can detect magic.
And then I use minor illusion to give a little bit of a flame, and I'm like this.
Well, yes.
Okay, then
I mean, you don't need my skills to detect that is fucking magical. Still doesn't tell me why you were there.
We are trying. I work for an organization.
The Inquisition needs to get out of the city.
Yeah, and I work with an organization that is very invested in getting that investigation, getting the Inquisition out of here.
Okay, so how did crashing my best friend's party?
It wasn't about her.
Okay.
It was about the parents.
Tell me more.
How much more do you need to know? The mayor has been cozy with the Inquisition.
Yes.
And this seemed like a perfect evening to schmooze. This was reconnaissance. This wasn't supposed to be anything more than that.
Okay, and tell me exactly what you were looking to get. What information?
We wanted a scandal. We wanted...
Well, that's what we got.
Yeah, we
No, what we were actually looking for was dirt on the mayor in order to discredit him or get the Inquisition to stop working with him in some way.
Yep. Get the public against the mayor.
However, it's not the mayor at all.
Yeah.
It's his wife.
Okay. Well, it's safe to say that you kind of goofed that.
How could we have known that someone was going to go kill his daughter tonight?
I mean, let's not make any pretension here. We had nothing at all to do with the events of tonight.
No, I know.
Do you? How?
I'm getting to that. Lucky out. She just like shuffles Lucky. Get out of here.
There are cookies in the little cabinet on the left-hand side.
Yeah, he's still not hungry, but he just leaves at this point. He's just so beside himself with sorrow.
So I'm literally also just gonna like put a bottle of alcohol in his hands.
Nice.
And just be like, you need to drink this.
Cry into this.
Okay. So Bridget looks to you two and she goes, everything I say does not leave this room. Yasmin knew that her dad was willing to go to any ends to protect her.
No shit.
She practiced magic. He knew that, and to keep the Inquisition from pressing and prying, he decided to go with them to protect her.
It's not a bad idea. Dangerous.
Yes.
Not a bad idea.
And
Don't blame him.
Yasmin wasn't comfortable with her dad putting her over the hundreds, if not thousands, of magic users in just this part of the city, this part of the world. So she decided she would die.
Is she actually dead?
No.
Does her mother know?
No.
And then I pull out the letter.
Wait, you took that letter with you?
Oh, yeah.
Which letter?
Oh, God.
Oh. The letter.
The
list. He took the list.
Orders?
Yeah.
You took the orders?
Yeah.
And she goes, what's that?
Her mother's a part of the Inquisition and doesn't mind that she's dead.
Well, that does not surprise me. Makes things a little bit harder for this thing to go through. But if anything were to sway the mayor's mind, it would be no longer having his daughter, despite doing this to protect her.
Oh, because of magic, though.
This is actually going to make things worse. What is Yasmin's plan?
She faked her death using some magic she's been practicing for a while now.
That's really impressive.
Once she wakes up, she's leave, and that's that.
I mean,
Rogue,
she does.
bard, fighter,
What?
multi-class. He's asking
Oh.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get to question time soon, I promise. So if you had any questions for us, feel free. D&D play, streaming.
Yeah, any
different
questions about our
concepts,
characters, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're
feel
cutting
free to
into
ask.
question time as it is now, so feel free to throw things into chat.
Sorry. So she thought that it was a good idea to fake her own death with magic.
Yep.
Meaning now her father has a reason to hate magic users and get on the side of the Inquisition to begin with.
No, to think that she died because she was killed by the Inquisition. He doesn't know that she used magic.
How is...
That has now been determined by the doctor that there was no poison in the class.
Yeah, we didn't think that far in advance, but that doesn't mean that there's
It
other
sounds
ways
like you guys
to
didn't
poison
think
someone.
much at all.
We're 18.
I'm 15
We
and
did our best.
I understand that.
And if she's not there for him to protect, then why would he side with them anymore?
Because now a magic user has killed his daughter and his wife. A part of the Inquisition will convince him of that.
Shit.
This is gonna be... We're gonna see this city raised to a level of hell. Not since the initial impact.
Yeah,
Not
so
since the initial
Bug Creeper, I'm a multi-class bard fighter, and Franz over here is a rogue.
A rouge rogue.
Yup. She is just kind of like, fuck. I guess we're going to have to fix this.
What is Yasmin's end goal here?
To have magic not persecuted anywhere. The short term, to have her dad stand up to the Inquisition to eradicate them from here.
Okay. Where we need to get Yasmin somewhere safe, and we need a game plan, because right now we are treading on some thin ice.
Yeah. This sounds like a plan for next week.
Yeah.
It does!
All right. Cool.
All right.
Thoughts?
Cool. Thoughts?
Oh, boy.
I thght this was really fun!
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Really fun. Okay, so normally Bug Creeper, we do have a third member of our party who is a wizard.
Warlock.
Warlock.
Celestial warlock.
Yep.
And so it was just us having this adventure today.
Yeah.
And it was like super fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like we work really well together.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It like these two total charlatans. Like just like we're just gonna do it. Except for this time, I had a charlatan who was like using his real identity, which was
That is cool.
weird.
Yeah.
That
It was
is cool.
weird. It was a weird moment to be like, well, every single person is gonna like recognize me, so I can't. Like,
Yep.
And what I love about Franz is he's a fucking goof. He just like, I don't know how to socially interact. Like he can bullshit, but
Right.
there's like a lot of like mannerisms and things he just can't. So he's just like, I can't negotiate this.
Yep.
How do I fork?
I felt bad because there was like no combat this
No, that's
round.
okay.
No!
That's okay.
Yeah,
Because
I
there was
know.
word combat, and that's what mattered.
Yeah. Because there was there were so many insight checks today.
Yeah.
And, like, how many times do you typically insight someone?
Well, I mean, like, that's one of the things that when I put together this character, one of the things that I, like, focused on
Yeah.
was
Didn't you
to
have...
say, insight's going to be my highest. Like, if I can make it this way, insight's going to be my highest skill.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so...
Don't you have an item that I totally forgot about that, like, you were supposed to be able to understand, like, their motives, or not motives, but could have sworn.
I don't know.
I don't,
No,
okay.
because I have the coat and then I
Yeah.
have the badge.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be an amazing magical item
Yeah.
going forward, because this character, like, that's understanding people is kind of his shtick. That's his whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's funny, because, like, your character's like, yeah, like, having someone die by magic is only gonna make it worse. And, like, every time I plan something, it's like, okay, this makes sense, but I know that there's a plot hole somewhere. And you guys just... There's the plot hole, DM. Good job planning, you fuck.
But I also
No.
feel like that's not a plot hole. I feel like that's
Right.
true to the characters.
Right, like,
Yeah.
for two 18-year-olds, they're like, okay, so having a daughter is the problem.
Yep.
You can't have a daughter anymore. That's cool.
Yeah, and,
Like,
like-
I get that parent trap. Like,
Yep.
trying to make your dad a better... Like, trying to make yourself not the problem. Like, as a kid, I totally feel it.
Oh yeah, and like
Yeah.
and just thinking like there's an easy solution. You remove yourself from that situation.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like I feel that, and like even like just interacting with them, like, you know, they're like, she's like was uneasy about like this whole party in general. I mean she knows she has this plan, but also like she is literally the center of attention. She in a lot of ways blames herself for all this political strife.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot for anyone to bear on their shoulders, especially a newly turned 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, I had a lot of fun plotting this. It went through a lot of revisions because originally, like, she was gonna die. But then I was like, wait a second, there's a literal spell to feign death. How fun would it be to have a murder mystery?
And
where
when
you
you remove the
spells?
body, even against my protests, I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna, like, the spell lasts for an hour. Like, I needed to do something to...
Well, that would have been really interesting, right? If, like, she ends up waking up later, like, as we were sitting there. Like,
Yeah, like, oh, fuck.
like,
What
shit!
Gotta waste that second slot, because it's a touch spell, so she could
Right.
have just,
I guess,
sparked
yeah.
herself again. But, I think she might have been afraid of, like, getting... No, it's too early to get, like, buried alive or dissected.
Yeah, but
after
okay,
an
so
hour,
not
but-
only now... So this is hilarious to me, because my character, right,
Yeah.
like, Ash was all like, no, this is gonna be the worst idea. And now, like, literally someone's stealing her body, too.
Yeah. No, I know, she's just gonna walk away. Where is she?
Yeah, but that's gonna be, like, really... Oh, man.
Yep.
I can see that going so badly, but also maybe it doesn't go badly and everything works out for the
Who
better.
knows?
Seeing in what we do.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I don't really know how Emma's gonna like.
I was about to say, like, how's she gonna handle, like, yeah, we can't leave the city for a week.
Yeah, we're stuck
Gonna hang
here.
out in this giant house. It's fine.
True.
I also have no idea how Emma's gonna react to like I'm kind of the kid Emma's with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
That was actually really funny. Like, your face, you're like, you saw the gears and you're like... 'Cause there was, like, that-
Yeah, I've been holding that one in my back pocket this entire time. Like, I have to come up with a
Yeah.
way to get this into conversation at some point.
Yo.
Boy, and we had the perfect opportunity today. Let's go to your house.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
For fancy
Yeah,
pants.
Em's gonna have a field day.
Yeah.
Because Em's just hanging out with all my thief friends, which Em does not probably want to be around.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what comes out of this. Because pretty much when I found out that it was just going to be you two for 2 weeks, I was like, what can I do that'll be really fun
next week too?
for these two fucks?
Oh,
and I was
shit!
like, murder mystery.
So literally,
Yes.
it's gonna be 2 weeks of me and you, and then it's gonna be 1 week of just you and Eric.
Ooh,
Because I'm gonna be
yeah.
gone right after that. So
this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Yup. And what I'm planning on doing is having Eric's character do stuff, so we're gonna like one-on-one it and like
Mhm.
chat. So by the time you two reconvene, like you both will have shit to tell each other.
Mm.
Fuck.
But yeah, it was kind of, I've never done a murder mystery in D&D terms before,
I think
so
it's
I'm not sure.
great. I think murder mysteries are sometimes hard in D&D, because so much of it is the theater of the mind.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what do I see?
Right.
Yeah.
But even then, like, I like that that wasn't even a concern for us. It was just like, all in dialogue. It reminds me of, you don't play Elder Scrolls,
No.
do you?
I have watched Elder Scrolls.
Okay. There is a kind of like a murder mystery house in Oblivion. That is all dialogue based. It's all like
Nice.
you just like using your RP skills to kind of negotiate like 12 different characters. It reminded me like a lot of that is just like, how do I understand the social situation? Like, you're from this world. I'm not.
Right.
Like you didn't have to pretend as much. I had to literally like, I'm anti.
You did so well at like role playing out all the like,
Yeah.
I'm from so and so school and I'm from this, like, I just like, that was good. It was good.
I was trying. Because, I mean, there's a lot of times I'm just like, I don't know how to talk to, like, rich 18-year-old, like, nobility.
Yeah.
It's like Crazy Rich Asians.
I
And
haven't seen that movie yet.
Oh, it's like great!
I keep meaning to because I've heard so many times.
It's
like,
great.
It's super solid. But
Yeah. When you watch it, just think of, like, the main, like, the point of view character. That's Franz.
all right. Yeah, I need to create a playlist for Ash. Actually, that would be
Nice.
Ooh.
One thing that I thought was like cool was you bringing out the loot, like, and like it wasn't like, yes, my character, like the NPC goaded you into doing it, but like it only happened because like she rolled a good insight and you didn't do a good job at convincing her in that moment.
Yeah.
So you got to get that plot thread of she knows magic somehow, and that's how you gained her trust. And maybe like pretty much like this could have happened where like Yasmin's dead and you have to go home, and there's the end of it. Like if you want to investigate it more, it's going to be a lot harder. But now because you had that interaction, because you did all the kids need to decompress, you know a big inside thing now.
This is also like really weird for Ash because he's like 25, 26, and then you have Lucky, who is like 22,
Yep.
and then 18 and 15, and he's just like, I'm be the adult in this room right
in
now.
your game room at your mom's house.
I mean, this is like old style, like old school, like pool.
Oh, rumpus
like that.
room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of game room. Like rich people game room. Like Fuckboy has a game room. Because this house is still set up like he's still that person.
But I just love that like he has like another persona, pretty much, or like this is his persona,
Right, like this is who he was when he was growing up, and like now he has become Ash. Like that is who he actually is, and Crane is like this weird, like I don't know how to do this anymore. Like,
I think one of my favorite things, like, in this particular session was, like, you guys sending Lucky up to, investigate something because you're used to characters being competent.
So sure that he was gonna be, like, we were gonna sneak in there, we were gonna poke our head in, there's gonna be, like, some Inquisition people, like, have him.
Yeah, I
was so sure that is how this whole thing was gonna turn.
That's funny.
But I love how that worked out. Like, not I like that it worked out, but I also just like that it's just like, you know what? I'm just sitting like I don't know how to get up there without being suspicious at all. Like I can't use magic, so it's not like I can like shimmy my way up there. I'm just like, well, Lucky, you have no choice.
You have effectively scared him.
I also like we have like intimidated him into being our
Lackey.
Yeah.
You're pretty up our little old pet. He's my retainer.
Yeah.
Like he is being forced to be our sidekick, essentially.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be like the Westing game book?
I don't know that. Do either of you?
I've never heard of it.
I also don't know.
Do you mind describing that to us?
Which I know is a little bit weird, you know,
Yeah.
because of all the things, but we would love to be able to actually answer that question.
Yeah.
Come on, creative writer, what are you doing?
Yeah.
How do you not know this book?
Yeah, how do I know this Westing game book?
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, Lucky was supposed to just, like, be there and then not, but just because of how much you played off of him last session, I was like, if there's gonna be a rich people ball, I want Lucky there. With his emerald tooth.
Oh my god, I was actually almost
Still take that tooth.
Yeah, I still gotta take that tooth. Well, before we left, I'm just like, we gotta go grab Lucky to go to this ball. Like, he has to be there. It is a 1979 mystery novel by Ellen Raskin.
Okay.
And won the Newbery.
Oh.
Nice. So, this particular arc, probably, I've never read it, but it will have some mystery elements, but I will say that this arc was only meant to be from this session to next session. It's not to say that there can't be more mysteries, but this particular thing was meant for these two to have some fun with until Eric gets back. And then we're going to move on to a different thingy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not to say that we can't have some mystery elements, because I don't think that this is going to shake out in 2 sessions entirely. Oh. Oh.
Well,
The session is young.
Night is young.
Speaking of, like, Yasmin's just gonna go upstairs with 2 boys, and then you're like, oh yeah, no, it's actually 2 of us with 2 boys.
Yeah.
So.
Just, you know.
And when I set this up.
Do my best.
When I set this up, I was really trying to push the adults are part of the system and part of the problem.
Right.
And it's the young kids that are trying their best to, make the world a better place, since I guess they fuck up a little, which is normal for kids. But I was really trying to play on the young kids trying to do something that where the adults are not quite.
Yes, which totally
So-
works, except for it's super awkward because I am not a kid.
Yeah, you're just like,
Like, I mean, I am in the fact that, like, my mom is a part of the problem.
Yeah.
right?
you're like the oldest cousin by
Right.
like a margin. Like,
Yeah.
like your mom or dad like has you super young than the rest of the family. So like at family gatherings, like they're all like 10 and you're just like in your 20s going, what the fuck?
What am I
Yeah.
supposed to do with this? Yeah.
Yo.
Yo.
Because the way that I had it was Lucky, Yasmin, and Bridget were supposed to be kind of like a trio, but like no one trusts Lucky, so like Lucky doesn't know about Bridget and Yasmin.
Do they know about him? Oh shit! Oh,
No.
he's good at keeping secrets, I guess. Yeah, and that actually something I was thinking about
No
because
no one expects him to be able to keep a secret, so
Yeah.
he's the best at it. Like, because everyone just looks over him.
Yeah.
use it to our advantage. I mean, because one thing I was thinking about is like, oh, I have my mustache machete, which I think you've seen. Oh, my mustache machete.
Definitely have not seen your mustache.
Oh,
machete.
it lets me grow a mustache.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also have disguise self, and I'm just like, how do I want to go into this ball? I'm just like, yeah, I'll be a kid at a ball. It makes sense if it's an 18-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it also made sense with my character though that I'd be bringing in like this
Young
soon
lad.
to be young lad. Like, if there's
Yeah.
any reason for me to come home and be at this ball, it is because I am like bringing up another
Mm-hmm.
of me.
You're grooming me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that ain't creepy at all.
I cringe.
But that's what frat boys do. That's
They
how. That's like
do.
literally
It's so
how that
That's what
works.
they do. I mean,
That's
that's
literally how
what,
that works.
that's what Gregory thinks for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that
I
was
think
it.
Gregory thinks something entirely different.
Oh, and that actually, the way that played out actually made me happy because I wrote in Desmond and Cleary because it's like I don't think I've written
Right.
in like a queer couple before in
Right.
this campaign yet, or not explicitly so. Because
Right.
there's
Yeah.
some that I like in my head, but
Right.
I was like I need to make some of this shit explicit. So
Right.
here's a gay couple and they're there, but then you guys happen. Good for you.
Well, I mean, on it, to be perfectly honest, I don't think that Ash, like, he's right in the middle. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. So I'm assuming that it is not the first time he's brought a boy home.
Probably not.
And Franz is just happy to be anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just a dirty boy.
Yeah, especially in feather beds.
Yeah. He probably either slept awfully because they're so soft.
He
or,
didn't know. He
Or
we,
you just like,
we didn't RP it. He tossed and turned all night. He's just like, this is weird. I've never been this comfy before. it was so comfortable, he was uncomfortable.
yeah. I feel like that's most rich people's houses, though. It's so comfortable that it's uncomfortable.
Or they're like, oh, make yourself at home. You're like,
No.
how?
Like, you don't make yourself at home here. How am
Yeah.
I supposed to make myself at home here? Yeah.
That's how I felt walking into Stuart's house. I was like, it's so pristine, and I don't want to use my shoes.
Yeah, I know. He has 2 cats, and he's like, there's cat hair everywhere. I'm like, where, Stuart?
Yeah.
Where is the cat hair? Because I don't see it.
Yo. Because I think that's like the fanciest house I've been in, like, in a very long time.
Thomas's house is like that, too.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
Fancy house.
fancy house.
Yo. Any other thoughts or things that you wanted to address about this session?
Rogues and bards are fun to play off each other.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. And it's been a long time since I've been in, like, a 2-person campaign, but it, like,
Yeah.
worked really well.
I mean, it comes down to the players.
Right.
really.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it does, but I was
having a blast. That
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Cool.
I feel like we are on the road to having, like, actually trusting each other a little bit.
I mean, Franz is fine. You have the trust issues.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yo.
I think most of that is, like, Ash is like, you shouldn't trust me. Like, I don't know why these people trust me, but I guess they're gonna do it. Like...
And Franz, via his feet, he's just like always just been lucky. He's like always just like skated by.
It's fair.
Yeah, that helped out a lot this session. You went through those lucky points.
Oh, I
like,
went through all of them. I did kind of want to leave that nat one though for the fork.
That was funny though.
That was so
Oh
funny.
man, I was like, in my head I was like, shit, I'm literally gonna have to play off like, sorry, you just got off the farm. Like, like, didn't have time for that whole, like table training.
What is it? Cotillion? Cotillion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, you're gonna have to. You have a smaller scope, but favorite NPC in the campaign so far.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. I really like For Now.
Yeah.
For Now is a lot of fun. Lucky is growing on me. The 2 times we've seen him, I don't know. He seems. I like that he wasn't like he wasn't a fleshed out character at all. He just was. He was a crook. That was just robbing from us. That was his character, and then it just evolved from it. So I like that because he feels like he's not like necessarily ancillary to the story. He's like kind of like brought into it in the way that kind of For Now like, oh, you go do swamp things for a little bit, and we're gonna do our thing, and then we'll reconvene. I like that.
He doesn't really have his own stakes, right?
Yeah.
Right, like he doesn't have to go back to the swamp and take care of stuff because there's nothing else to, like. He can kind of be a part of the team. Like, so when I first joined up, like, all the lizards had already kind of gone off to do their, like, the end of my session was them going off to do their own thing, and so I never really got to, like, interact with them.
Gotcha.
Like, actually in dialogue so much, which was interesting. I don't know. I don't know who my favorite character would be.
Yeah. Well, there's time yet. I know that you had a smaller scope because Lucky's pretty much like the NPC you've dealt with so far.
I mean, I dealt with the other rogue ranger guy that was always competing with him. Warren, yeah.
Oh yeah, Warren. Warren's fun.
Warren was pretty great.
Yeah.
I like Lucky just because I think he helped add depth to my character.
That's true.
Like I didn't have.
He has the foil.
Like I guess I mean like I hadn't really thought through this character. Like I had a little bit like. But like he gave real context to that. Like no, this character really is someone different.
It makes it feel like there's a history.
Right.
Like we're walking into like a world that already like exists and is lived in.
Yeah, like and that like the who Ash is now is not like very apparent that is not who he was.
Yeah.
Which I always really like those are some of my favorite character arcs, when someone who has left home for a long time goes back home like in a movie or whatever and they're like, fuck, this is who I was. Like
when you're like what was he like as a kid? Like real quick, like I lost it.
Yeah.
We kind of are like in like a teen movie right now.
We are! We really, really are.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I don't know how Emma's gonna adjust to the fact that we have now entered this like teen movie, like coming of age drama.
I'm becoming a man. You're looking at the man you once, like the boy you once were.
And I'm just over there like, Because I guess I also know nothing about M either. I think it's,
Well, M changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So you came in when Eric was Mags.
Yeah.
And now it's M. But also had a previous identity before either of these two and maybe anything in between. And then, there's like that whole thing that's kind of like simmering over here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way to describe M is simmering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
You missed the Fight Club sequence.
Oh no, that's so sad.
It was great.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was so good. Pretty much he like bet on Mags and she just like swept the competition like nothing and he got like how much GP out of it?
Like almost 100.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
A ridiculous amount.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Alright. So it's 5:03, so we should probably wrap up.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It was an absolute pleasure.
This was a lot of fun, as always. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Peace out.